And we're live.
Good evening.
A little technical difficulty, but we're here.
Yes.
A little bit.
Good.
Good
evening,
little
gentlemen.
bit.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Evening.
A little bit.
Good evening, everyone.
It was
Good
all
evening.
my fault, everybody. It was all my fault.
Yeah, we had the audio, and then we didn't have the audio, and then just the video went. It was it went
Right.
back and forth.
Beautiful. You gotta love technology. So
Fuck
thanks,
that.
thanks for joining us tonight and hanging out with us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, you guys. It's a pleasure to be here. I hope everyone's doing well and being kind to each other and being cool. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So we got we do have some familiar faces in the chat. One right here is very familiar to you. Mr. Colin Moody.
Oh, it's the Colin Moody. Oh, the Colin Moody. Oh, I love the Colin Moody.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Colin.
and I don't think you're aware of this. So Bill the Everscathed, he's the one that,
Yeah.
that gave that shitty pickle beer.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yep. So every time we see him in the chat, we do this.
Fuck the other ever scathed. Fuck you. Sending me this shit.
Yeah, anything pickle, man. Pickles are vile. I don't like pickles. I don't like anything pickles. I don't like pickles touching my stuff. My girlfriend always has to take my pickles off the plate. As soon as my plate arrives on the table, she reaches over and grabs the pickles and takes them off my plate. That's
You know,
how bad-
Chris, my wife is the complete. It's almost the same, except for she's like, I've got my own pickles. I don't want them because I can't stand pickles either. So I just put them to the side, and I tell them no pickles. They still give them me whatever.
Right.
Now pickles I could do if they're like in a burger or something, a berry with a bunch of stuff. I could tolerate it, but beer, no.
No,
No.
peanuts though. Chris doesn't like peanuts though too. I remember that though.
I do like peanuts. I like
Maybe I'm just not in a beer.
not in a fucking beer. I don't want a peanut in a beer. What? That doesn't belong. What? Sandwich? Sure. Snack?
Yeah,
Peanut butter
It's
beer.
also that-
A
that beer was ass. Though. We tried that pickle monster too, and it was disgusting. It was fucking terrible.
Oh, that was
so
bad.
gross.
That was bad.
It was just vomit in a can.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I guess your IMDb page, Chris. I'm just curious. Is there anything on there anything that's not entirely accurate? I hear that from time to time with IMDb pages. Is there anything that's particular that's not exactly accurate on your?
He was stalking you.
Yes, I was stuck.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm not familiar what my IMDb page says. I don't know.
Okay.
There could be stuff on there that's not accurate. I don't know. I haven't studied it. So I don't know. I should maybe go on there and check that. But I don't know. For the most part, the last time I looked, it was pretty accurate. So,
Okay.
you know, I mean, with the exception of some stuff that isn't actually on there from early in my career, and you know, IMDb's not terribly accurate for everybody out there that's watching. Don't go by IMDb, but I don't know. Is my long answer.
Curious. Okay.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot
don't
on
you
there.
create
That
your own IMDb? Don't you guys? I'm not familiar with it. I thought somebody said that had one that they do them themselves. Like they could update it and change things on their
You
own.
you can update it yourself, and you can go on it and make sure it's all good and put your new credits on, and you can update it yourself. It's just a matter of, you know, do people really do that? And then sometimes you get like the last time I looked at it, I was working on the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and I'm like, I'm not working on that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a cartoon. There's no practical effects in the SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, it's like animated, right? Really?
Yeah, it's animated, so it's not entirely accurate, but what is on there, the last I saw, is fairly accurate. Why do you ask?
Well, you know what's so funny? I asked just because I didn't realize for the work that you do, there's so many times that you're not credited. I guess is
Yeah.
kind of why I was asking.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, there's so many things that you worked on that you're not credited for. So that I think that's what brought it to my attention to ask you when we were going to have you on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of uncredited stuff, and even on movies that you did get credit on, they don't put it on there for whatever reason. I don't know why. I was uncredited on a lot of movies that I worked on earlier in my career, for sure. But yeah, it's a temperamental website, so I don't know what to tell you.
I know Ghost of Mars. I remember you talking about John Carpenter working on Ghost of Mars, and that one says uncredited on there. So
It does.
like, yeah, it does. I was like, really? Because you've talked about it. Because weren't you trying to get laser? You were trying to get Laserdisc signed by him or something, right? I think you remember you telling a story with Sean about you were waiting.
Oh, that's interesting, because I did a lot of work on Ghost of Mars. I was the key on that show, so I'm surprised that I'm uncredited on that. I know I'm in the movie credits. Like, if you watch the credits of the movie, I'm in it.
You know what? That might be maybe I looked at it as an actor, and maybe if I looked under the key effects, maybe you're not credited for the acting.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
That's probably it. My apologies.
That's okay.
What's something that
I'm not too worried about credits.
I was gonna say, that's what I was about to ask. Is there like a movie or a project you did that you were pissed off that you didn't get credit on? Like, you really wanted to have credit for it?
Well, I would say one of my first movies, my first big movies that I did, was Batman Returns back in 1991.
Awesome.
And I don't think I got credit on that, but I did some puppeteering, and I did some building of some bats, and I did various things on that movie for different shops. I think being uncredited on that was a bummer, but that was again early in my career, and I totally get it, and it's okay. But I know that I worked on it. I'm not too worried about credits. To be honest with you, I know what I did, and I know what I've done, and I know the movies I've worked on, and I walk away with the experience of stuff. So I'm not. That doesn't really bother me that much.
Gotcha.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing left you have to prove. I mean, I think art in itself is self-fulfilling. You're actually having fun and getting paid to do it. I think that is one of the best jobs or best things to find in life, is to find something that you love and you get paid to do it. It's like, my credit is me having fun. That's my credit, damn it. So that's how I look at it.
You said it yourself. You just said it. I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better, man. You're doing it because you love doing it, and you just love the work, and you love the creativity of it, and the credits and the notoriety and the awards and stuff. That's all just icing on the cake. So you're just, I'm just happy to be working, man.
Yeah, I look at that from as a fan. I think that's why we appreciate you. We're fans of yours, and we really like what you do, because you can feel the love that's put into something. You can tell when there's no love, and it's like a relationship. You know what I mean? A relationship can work if both are putting in their parts and doing it because they love one another. It's not going to work if it's just nobody's trying. So it's a really cool thing, and that's why we're very grateful. And I know I'm super excited today, because this has been something that they told me that you were going to come on, I was like, get the fuck out of here. We're just three normal guys who
I don't know about normal
in the world of collecting. We're big fans of the same franchise, and we're part of this community of lovely people. You got all these people. You got Colin, you got Cody, you got Lurch, you got Ryan, you got all these people, Bill, everybody that comes together on a weekly basis just to shoot the shit. And we do it. Why? Because we love it. Right, guys? We just do it because we love it. It's fun,
Joe and Dan on that. Chris, I don't think we would be like Thing with Two Heads. We bonded with Colin. That's how we really got to know Colin. That's how I got to meet Bill the Everskate. Bill the Everskate lives in our town. That's what's great about this whole network. It's just meeting new friends and
good people. You always met good people.
It's all about, that's the great thing about the horror community. And I do like to say community. I know a lot of people don't like that word, but I do. And I think it's great. I think we're all, fans first and foremost. I know I am. I'm a fan first and foremost. I always have been. I wouldn't be doing what I do for a living if I wasn't a fan. And we're all people that love the movies and love entertainment, and it's cool. And it's cool that when you can make friends, and it's funny to me how easy it is to make friends in this community. It's just so easy. Where in life, in general, it's hard to make friends. It's hard, especially when you get older, man. It's hard to make friends when you get older. You know, people are different, and you know, people go different ways, and you lose friends and you gain friends. But the horror community is so tight, and you can just make new friends out of nowhere. I could go to a convention and make a couple new friends. You know, how great is that? Just based on what we love, and movies and entertainment again, and horror. It's just so great, and I love it. I'm such a proud member of this community. You know.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I have to say that the recent trilogy, I mean, those three films, I think, are kind of the glue that kind of brought us three together, to be honest. Because the first time us three met all together was at age 45. That was the very first time that we actually all planned. You know, Manhattan. We got Chicago. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, so we all went to age 45 in California to meet one another. And just it kind of snowballed from there. And those three movies really kind of were the link for everything to happen. And look where we're at now. You know, we're talking to you. It's fucking nuts, man. It's fucking surreal. You know, so I just wanted to share that. Yeah,
I think, you know, like the new Halloween movies or not, I think they've done a lot for the community, and a lot for horror, and a lot for the Halloween community. And again, like them or not, they bonded people, and they brought a lot of people together, and they resurrected a lot of love, you know, to all this. And it brought a lot of people together. I know so many people that have gotten together because of this trilogy. Yes. And, you know, Sean and I, you know, without the trilogy, we probably wouldn't have been doing Thing with Two Heads. I mean, well, we had the pandemic to blame for that, but you know, Sean and I became closer. I mean, we always knew each other and we were friends, but we became closer because of the Halloween series that I was doing, and he's such a Halloween fan, and so we got closer because of that. So it's brought a lot of people together. You're right, and I think that's cool. I think that's the coolest thing, man.
Yeah, so fun, man. So
it's good people. For the most part, you get a lot of good people. It seems like over the past couple of years, a lot of the trolls are people that are just jerks. Sort of weeded them out. You don't really see it too much, thankfully. And then, especially, you don't see it on the Thing with Two Heads. We don't really get it. And just a lot of people. I remember a couple of years ago, you always have these assholes. It's like, seriously, you have nothing better to do than to just sit there and be a dick. It's like, come on. It seems like it's really weeded those people out.
Those are people that just want to be heard. You know what I mean? They just want to be heard, and they use negativity to be heard. And you don't really have to do that. I'm of the notion of, like, if you don't have something nice to say, then just don't say it, man.
Don't say it.
Just don't go on there. You know.
That we kind of enforce that with all the Halloween movies. Like, of course, there's problems with a lot of the Halloween movies, but
of course.
Pat, we've talked about, we try to do all the positive stuff. Like, I think we all think the Resurrection movie is the worst of the series, but we look at the positive stuff. What did we like about it instead of bringing up all the bad things about it?
Right.
That's how we try to enforce everything.
And if somebody doesn't like it, I'm like, that's cool. That's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you sit there and say you don't like Resurrection, or you may not like, say Halloween 2018 for whatever reason. All right, that's good. Look, that's fine. You don't have to like everything.
You're going to have that with ends. People are going to love it.
You don't have to like everything. Trust me, I'm the first guy that doesn't like anything. I'm such a hardcore critic, but I try to be careful of what I say and why I don't like things. But in the end, what I will say is, though, people. Everybody that works on a movie, whether it be Halloween Resurrection or Halloween H2O or Halloween Ends or Halloween, there's a lot of people that put a lot of hard work and love and craft and stuff into making these movies. You never know how they're going to turn out when you're working on them. So you just do the best that you can and hope for the best. And you know, you don't have to like everything. That's okay. I barely like anything, but you know,
I'll tell you.
but I'm not going to shit on people for it.
Exactly.
I'll tell you the one thing that we do on this channel. We every week on Tuesdays we do watch-alongs. So we'll pick a movie and we'll watch it all through together, and then people will kind of come in and watch us watching movies. And it was interesting because Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 gets a lot of hate, right? We did a watch-along. We rewatched it together, and I think I can say for the three of us, we really enjoyed the film. Remember, at the end of it, we're like, "Damn, that was better than I remember it actually being." You know,
they did something different. They did something different.
It was like, I'm like, dude, I really enjoyed that shit. I think people, when they watch something one time, they get this thought stuck in their head, and they don't really look at the creative aspects of a film, and that's what bothers me. It's like you watch it once, and then it's fucking, you hate it forever for the rest of your life. It was like, no, there's a lot of little nuances you probably didn't fucking notice or take the time to notice because you're fucking biased. It was like,
and years later, they find that ground.
They find it, and then they're like, oh, I like it.
I'm old enough to remember seeing Halloween 3 in the theater, and story I tell everybody is I sit in the theater with my friends, and like half hour in, we're like, where's Michael Myers? Are we in the right theater? So, and I didn't dislike it. Of course, I was disappointed. So, same thing. Halloween Ends. I'm sitting in the theater with my daughter, so we're watching it, and I swear to God, like half hour in, my daughter goes, "Dad, where's Michael Myers?" It was like a flashback from when I saw Season of the Witch. Almost 40 years later, I go, "He's coming. Give him time. He'll be here." She's like, "Oh, all right. I just thought we were in the right theater again." I'm like, "No, we're in the right theater."
But it's hard for a lot of people too. You can always not watch the next movie in the series. If you wanted Halloween 78 to end after 78, don't watch the other movies. It's movies' imagination. That's how I look at it as. You don't have to watch the other movies. It's not going to ruin it any further.
Yeah, and that came around, and everybody loves Season of the Witch now.
I think if you love the movies and you showed up for a sequel, if you showed up for Halloween 2018, or you showed up for Halloween Kills, or if you showed up for Halloween Ends, that means there's something there that's making you, you know, want to keep watching it. I mean, are you chasing a dragon? You know, but I think that you know, there are good qualities to all those films. There's good qualities to all the Halloween films. There's good qualities to any film.
Yes, sir.
But that doesn't mean you have to like the whole thing. You know, again, there's tons of movies that I don't like, but you know, I'm not going to shit on the filmmakers for it. I'm not going to, you know, I just won't watch it.
That's the best way to say it. That's it. Yeah.
Like, don't send me a message because you didn't like Halloween Ends. Like, what am I supposed to do with that message? Like, what do you want me to do with that? I don't know what you want me to do. Like,
how many messages did you get after Halloween Ends?
I get.
How many people reached out to you after Halloween Ends? They said
a lot.
I bet.
Social media is a killer. Oh God.
A lot of people reached out to me, and I gave everybody David Gordon Green's email. No, I'm kidding.
Here's his cell phone number. Call him late.
I bet that happened after The Exorcist then too, right?
Happened after Exorcist too. I got a lot of hate for Exorcist too.
That movie fucking scared me, man. So I'm just
stand by that movie.
I like that movie.
It's not as bad as people make it out to be. You did a great job.
Bad. It's not that bad. And then
it's
I think
no, it's not.
It was fantastic.
My wife does not allow like the possession movies in the house, so I watched it by myself, and I was fucking genuinely fucking scared, man. That shit was fucked up. It was great. It was a great film. That's just my opinion. I had to say that.
No, I liked it. You know what killed that movie? The name. Because you're using the name The Exorcist, and everybody was expecting like this huge big thing, and it's just like, well, just like it for what it is. You're getting another Exorcist movie. The Heretic sucked. I'm sorry, in my opinion, it sucked. Exorcist 3 was great. Let's see where this is.
Look, we knew when we were making Exorcist that you were never going to duplicate or be equivalent to the original. We knew that.
Yeah.
We're not stupid. We're not sitting there going, we're making, but what we did do was just try to do another chapter and tell another story and make a drama. And it was a drama. And I think the reason why Exorcist Believer didn't go over well was because it wasn't quite a horror movie and it wasn't quite a drama. It didn't know really quite what it wanted to be. And that's okay. It was what it was. Could we have taken more chances on it? Yes, we could have taken more chances on it. We could have been a little more hardcore with it. But, you're dealing with a lot of chefs in the kitchen. So, The Exorcist the original was such a perfect storm, much like Halloween, the original was a perfect storm. It was of its time and of its place and of the filmmaker and of the society where we were at. And I think younger people watching horror movies now don't really realize or can't really relate to what it was like to grow up back in the 70s and the early 80s and have horror being such a strong thing, and the time and place that it was, and the filmmakers that were doing what they were doing at that time. Joe Dante, Paul Schrader, William Friedkin, John Landis, all these people were doing such amazing work at that time, and again, of its time and place. And I don't think that we're not living in that right now. I hate to say that. I don't want to be the grouchy curmudgeon that comes across like that, but it's been a long time since we've had a movie come out that is of its time and place in society and really reflects a filmmaker's vision, unbiased and untouched by studios and lawyers and accountants and things like that. So does that make any sense? Did I make any sense?
Absolutely. Just generations desensitized. Like as my kids got older, I have an 18-year-old and a 22-year-old. As they got older, I couldn't wait to show them Halloween and all good horror movies. My daughter likes to watch horror movies, and then we show them to them, and it's tame compared to this kind of shit that they can just pop up on the internet any day now. Like I remember watching, we watched Exorcist. Her friends wanted to watch a horror movie, so I said, "But The Exorcist," and they're like, "Yeah, it was alright." I'm like, "Really?" I go, when I was a kid, this scared the shit out of me. My wife still won't watch it, for God's sake. And I show them Halloween, they're like, "That's all right." And I'm like, but they're so desensitized.
I think, not to interrupt you, sorry. I think also too, those movies are so multi-layered. I think, look, when I watched The Exorcist at first, and I can name dozens of films that when I first watched it, I related to it and loved it for this reason. And then as I got older, I watched it again and I loved it for a different reason. Then I got older and I loved it for a different reason. And then you start really realizing the layers and the subliminal stuff and all the social commentary. And as you get older and a little more intelligent, then you start realizing the value of these movies more and more and more and more and more. And I think that we live in a time now where we're not doing that because we're not watching movies over and over again. We're not going to see them 3-4 times. We're not. It's disposable. You watch it once and you either like it or you don't, and then it's on to the next one because of the short attention span. And so you're constantly moving forward to the next movie that's coming out and coming out and coming out, not really revisiting and not really paying attention to what the stories that were being told. And I think that another good example is like Jacob's Ladder. There's a movie called Jacob's Ladder, which is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Good film.
That is, anytime anyone says, "What movie haven't I seen that I should watch?" I always say Jacob's Ladder because it's so multi-layered and there's so many meanings. And every time I watch it, I take something new from it.
Yeah.
And the gifts that keep giving, The Shining is one of those movies. Alien, the first Alien is one of those movies. Halloween is one of those movies. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. I could go on and on and on. But these are movies that were so layered. But we don't make layered movies anymore, really. We don't really do that. The last movie I think that I saw that I didn't like at first, but have grown to love is actually Prometheus, the alien movie, where
I love it.
Okay.
a lot of people hate that movie and it gets a lot of crap. And I gave it crap when I first saw it too. But I've seen it many times subsequently, and I get it now. Like it's a very layered movie, and I think it's super cool. And I think there's a lot of shit that people don't get with that movie, you know. Yeah. So movies now, I think they're disposable. They come and they go, and you watch them, and you're like, okay, great. Oh, there's another one. Okay, then you watch that one, and they come and they go. Oh, there's another one, and then so you're constantly just moving through this short attention span thing. Whereas back in the day, when you wanted to see a movie, you had to go to the theater. It wasn't available a fucking month later.
Yeah.
You
don't have a cell phone with you.
Yeah, you
right?
have a cell phone with you. You know, you had to invest in the story that was being told. And I think that filmmakers at that time knew that you had to invest 2 hours of your time, you know. Whereas now they know that you'll get to it. You know? Does that make sense?
They want instant gratification. People don't want to think.
Instant
Like
gratification.
the last movie I think that I had that was layered like that I love was Dr. Sleep. So I'm a big Shining fan, and then if you really don't understand The Shining and really what it stood for and all the different layers that had, then you watch Dr. Sleep. I remember I watched it. I think I took my son with me, and he just had a puzzled look at the end of it. He's like, I remember watching The Shining, but I don't understand any of this, and I had to sit there and explain how it all played into what it did.
Right.
So it's great when you have a movie like that. I mean, sure, you want instant like a movie like Terrifier. We love the Terrifier movies. Why? Instant gratification. It's gore, it's silliness, and it's just what's going to happen next. Yeah, how are they going to?
How are they going to top this?
How are they going to top the last one? So it's instant gratification, and we love it. But I'm not saying anything. We're big fans of it. But yeah, when you get a movie where you can actually think about it and have to go back and watch it again to find things in it, that's fun.
Hereditary is one of those movies.
Yes.
Oh, Hereditary, yeah.
Hereditary
Terrifying, man.
Multi-layered, very disturbing, amazing film that the more you watch it, the more you find. You know, you'll always find something new in Hereditary, I think. Fantastic.
That movie's terrible.
Bottom line is, if you're looking forward to a movie, stay off the internet, because maybe that's where it all starts from. Stay off of social media.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people base their opinion on other people's opinions. You got Rotten Tomatoes, you got Fandango, you got all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like,
do that.
you gotta watch a film and then develop an opinion, your own. I hate going to Rotten Tomato and be like, oh, it's got 10%. Nah, I'm not gonna go watch it. Like, no, man. Like, if you read the synopsis and go watch the film and enjoy it,
Yeah,
be
go watch
surprised
it.
for once in your life.
You have to understand the majority of fucking Americans love stupid shit. And I have no problem.
Idiocracy.
They love dumb shit. We live in idiocracy. You cannot go by other people's opinion. If you're going by Rotten Tomatoes, or you're going by critics, or you're going by other people's opinions, then you're selling yourself short. You need to fucking have your own opinion and watch your own movies and have your own, be your own person, for crying out loud. Don't listen to other people. Watch movies and be partial to your own, what you like and what you love and what affects you. It's like music. Music is like, people love music for different reasons. It's they gravitate towards different genres and things like that. It's like, it's the same thing. I approach movies like I approach music. Some things I like, some things I don't, some things that are my rhythm and some things aren't. And but you can't ever go by what somebody else says. How often does somebody go, you got to hear this band, and then you hear the band and you're going, well, I didn't like them or I like them. But if someone really knows you, they'll know what to tell you and what not to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just do your own thing. Don't listen to all that shit. Don't listen to the white noise out there.
You usually
Oh
say
my-
shut up and eat your popcorn. Just say don't listen to other people and eat your popcorn.
Shut up and eat your popcorn. Exactly.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's the way we are too. That's what's funny about our when we do our podcast. It's just we just tell everybody, look, we're just here to have a good time. We're going to give our opinions, and
Yeah.
everybody throw your opinions out there too. And there's no, it's a safe space. We don't get nasty with people. We're just like, hey, if you like this, maybe you could sway me. Give me some ideas. Tell me what's so great, and maybe I'll go back and watch it. And like, you know what, maybe he was right about that, because you give it a second chance. Don't always watch something more than once, unless it's Skinamarink. You don't need to watch that again.
Perfect. Well,
Yeah.
hey, Pat, a perfect example is this weekend. Joe actually did not mind the Crow remake. Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take Joe's opinion. I'll go check it out.
I
I'm gonna
was
give it a
just
chance.
about to mention that because The Crow is such a beloved film. You know, Brandon Lee and the whole history of that film and everything. And I love that movie. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about that movie. And it's a big undertaking when you're going to touch something that sacred. You know, it's a big deal. So I can't hate it right out the gate. I got to go watch it to see what it's about. I feel like they did a good job. I liked the story. I liked, the action sequences. I liked everything, in terms of how the film was made. I liked it. And I'm, looking at stuff online and people are just shitting on this film. I'm like, it wasn't that bad, man. It was really good. I was like, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. People shit on stuff before they've even seen it. Like,
Yeah.
Exorcist is a good example. People were shitting on
Same.
that before it even came out, and it's like you were in a no-win situation. And the new Crow movie is in a no-win situation. It's
No
just,
way. Yep.
It's just not going to win, no matter how good it is. It could be a really great movie. It's not going to win. I can tell you that. Knowing the business and knowing the movie business like I know it, I knew. I was like, that movie's not going to win, and it might be good. I'll see it. I want to check it out, because I'm morbidly curious about it. But I'm not going to shit on it unless I've seen it. I mean,
that's the only way you can formulate opinions. That's
social
that's
media
what's
that
so
kills
great
it.
about that's what we're so happy about this show, is that we get to share our opinions. That's the best thing.
And we tell everybody else, throw your opinions out there. But let's hear your opinions. We have no problem. I can tell
and the
anybody
people
who's
that
wrong.
value your opinion will watch your show, and the people that don't. That's all there is to it.
That's true. That's true.
To me, it's social media that kills it, because you go back in time, like the early 80s and the late 70s, when you saw sequels. Or perfect example, Psycho 2 comes out. Oh, could you imagine if there was social media? You can't touch Psycho. What are you, fucking crazy? You can't do that. Could you imagine? And it was fantastic. It was great.
That's a really great example. That's a really good example. Yeah, if that movie would have come out with social media, it would have got shit on right out of the gate, like
big time.
Probably Night of the Living Dead too, Pat. We just covered the
Living Dead.
80s Night of the Living Dead remake, which
the 90s,
which we like.
We like it.
It's a good movie. I like that movie. Yeah. I remember Psycho 2, going back to Psycho 2, where was I? I was in Austin, Texas, working on Sin City. And Quentin Tarantino came down, and he was having one of his Quentin Tarantino film fests. It's when he used to have one at the Alamo Draft House in Austin. And he used to do it every year. I don't know how many years he did it, but he did it every year. And he was showing Psycho 2 one night. And I remember him saying to me, he goes, have you seen Psycho 2? And I'm like, of course I've seen Psycho 2. I love it. He's like, it's one of the best fucking movies ever. It's fucking so underrated and fucking better, and I'm like, yeah, it is. And we sat and watched Psycho 2, and I enjoyed it more than I think I ever have. I enjoyed it when it first came out, but when sitting there watching it with Quentin Tarantino was amazing, and just getting all the nuance and super cool stuff of Psycho 2. It's a terribly underrated film, but great. But I agree with you. If social media was around at that time, it would have got annihilated.
Yep.
Annihilated.
Yep, especially a Hitchcock film. You can't touch that. Seriously, no. It would have got destroyed. And I'm old enough to remember. We're all big fans of The Thing. When The Thing came out, that got shit on horribly. And I remember going to the theater to see it, and I'm like, "This was good. I enjoyed this. Why is everybody saying it sucks?"
Yeah.
That was the summer of ET, right? So everybody's like, "Oh, the good alien," right? And then the thing, was
Right.
like, oh, you can't
One of
do
my
that.
favorite movies. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Is The Thing. Here, check it out. I even have a sippy cup of The Thing,
Oh, that's
Oh, nice.
awesome.
and I have The Thing
Oh.
on my arm.
And
But
We love
like,
the one back behind you too. Your
oh yeah, my thing right there. I
Oh, yeah.
that movie, such an underrated, misunderstood film, and I knew it at the time when I first saw it. I saw it in the theater when it first came out on opening day, and I was like, "This is the most genius movie I think I've ever seen in my life." It was like,
Hey, just to some, hey, Meg Tilly. Oh, Meg Tilly. That's all I got to say.
Oh, it's Psycho 2?
Psycho 2. Okay.
Psycho 2, Meg
Oh,
Tilly.
you're going back to Psycho 2. All right.
He's so obsessed over Meg Tilly. I'm like, who wouldn't
You all
want to
right,
be
Joe? You
looking through the-
okay? You need
looking through the peephole at her, right? You perv? Now, who wouldn't?
bro. Oh my God. Sorry. I digress. Whew.
As Mr.
We
Toomey
can
says,
talk about the other Tilly next, then, right, Joe?
Oh,
as Mr. Toomey
don't get
says,
started
what's it
on
like to screw a psycho, huh?
that. Oh, so good.
What else you guys want to talk about?
Shh. Oh, hey.
I know Brady had notes. He did homework.
Yes.
I did.
You guys
So
took notes?
I took a few notes. I did. So when you're all set and done with the business, the goal is to write a book, or is that right? I remember you had said it.
You know what's funny? I've had a lot of people asking me to write a book lately.
Okay.
That's so weird. It's been coming up a lot. Do I have interest in doing it? Absolutely, sure. Am I too lazy to do it? Absolutely, sure. But
Have a ghostwriter.
maybe someday, maybe I'll write a book. I don't know if anybody's really interested in reading a book from some fucking makeup guy, dude.
Well, because you deal with a lot of NDAs more than ever, so I figure once you're out of the business and that's all done,
That's all said and done, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'd love to dish a lot of dirt.
Yeah, after you're done.
After I'm done.
When everything's done.
Well, that's the funny thing on our show, on the Thing with Two Heads with Sean. You know, Sean's always asked me what I think of this movie and what I think of this director and what I think of this actor and stuff, and I'm like, I can't
do that.
because I might work with these people. Like,
Yeah.
I might work with these people, so I can't talk shit about people. I can't do that. You know, Sean can do it all day long, but I can't do it. So I have to be really careful. You know, so if I'm being timid about that stuff on our show, that's the reason why. Is because I still have to make a living, you guys. So you know.
I understand.
Yeah, that's like talking shit. Like, oh yeah, let's talk shit about your boss. Say your boss watches your show. Oh, that guy's such an asshole. It's like, no, you can't say that because you're not gonna have a job tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you do these silicone master molds, do you get to keep all those, or is it just a case by case situation? Like I know you've done a handful. Like you had to do the master mold for with James Drew Courtney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get to keep all of that stuff, or is that just? I'm just.
It's a case by case basis. Sometimes the studios want them and they want them delivered, and they take them and put them in the Raiders of the Lost Ark storage, vault. And sometimes they trust you and that you retain it. They own it technically. Most of the time, the studios owns any mold that you make.
Okay.
Whether they take it or not, it depends. Most of the time they don't. You hold on to it and store it, but if they want access to it, they get access to it anytime they want. So you have to be aware of that and all that. So it depends. It's case by case.
Case by case. And I guess it's safe to say, I hope the rehaul requests have gone down for you.
They have.
Hopefully people gotten the message about that.
There was about 6 of them in the chat tonight looking for a
Oh,
rehaul.
there were. Okay.
Have they really?
Yeah, what's the rehaul? Everybody's saying, what's the rehaul?
Yeah,
No.
I thought about doing rehauls, to be honest with you. I shouldn't say this out loud, but I thought of doing it. I was like, maybe I should just do it. and make some money and have some fun because I enjoy painting the Myers mask. But I just feel like it would cheapen it. It would just kind of cheapen it, and I think people would take advantage of me. And I think that I would charge too much for a rehaul. I don't think people could afford what I would charge for a rehaul, and I just don't want to take advantage of people. To be honest with you, I just don't want to do
Free haul. Ain't nothing free in this world, bub. Ain't nothing free in this world.
You can't even die for free. There's nothing free in this world. Everscape has a question. Question for Christopher. You were recently in our sweet home Chicago for 2 nights of Metallica. Which night was better, and what was your favorite song from each night?
Ooh,
oh boy.
Nice.
Well, I didn't go both nights. I just went one night. I went August 11th, which was the second night. And the only reason why I was there was because my good buddy Spencer Charnas from Ice Nine Kills, he's the lead singer of Ice Nine Kills. He, he's a good friend of mine, and he's a great fucking guy. And he's always bugging me to come to see a show. He's like, man, dude, you should come see a show. Pick a show. And I have a really good friend of mine that lives in Chicago. So I was like, how about Chicago? So I flew out. I treated myself for my birthday. It was my birthday weekend. So
Nice.
I treated myself. I flew out to Chicago and visited my friend. And he got us backstage passes and pit tickets. And we hung out and we watched Metallica. It was great. What song did I like the most? Oh, God, I don't know. They started strong with some old stuff, man. They started strong with some Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets stuff, and I was stoked. They were amazing. They were fantastic. And Ice Nine Kills were amazing, and they were fantastic. It was a great show. I had a really good time. I got drunk, so that was
Excuse our Soldier Field. That's a pain in the butt place to get to and from.
It was.
My
Yeah. It was. Well, we got the VIP parking. We got the VIP parking and shit, and so we had the. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but oddly enough, we went with Spencer to have brunch on the day of the show, and we got stuck in traffic coming back to the stadium, and he had a meeting with Lars Ulrich. and we were stuck in traffic, and we were like trying to get him back to the stadium, and we were stuck, and he had to get out and run across a couple grassy knolls to get to the stadium to have this meeting.
Drive. God.
Yeah, so I felt bad. I was like, "Oh shit, I made you late for Lars Ulrich." But yeah.
Oh my God.
But it was cool.
Pat and I were on the bus with Spencer at age 45 because we were on Sean's
bus.
And, dude, he was so cool with fans. Yeah, the tour. Yeah, and he was. He was just like one of us.
Yeah,
he was
just hanging out, asking questions, just hanging out with everybody.
Yeah,
we lucked out. We were on the bus the whole time with Sean, Spencer, and Dick Warlock was on our bus too, hanging out with us.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely one of the highlights of the trip out there.
I'm kind of curious. I heard that you're a big Kiss fan. You ever going to go see a virtual concert for Kiss?
Virtual Kiss?
No. Fuck that. No offense. No offense to those guys. I get it, but no, I'm good, man. I'm
satisfied.
I saw him back in the late 70s, man, when it was the highlight of Kiss. And Kiss, I love Kiss. They're very near and dear to me. They lost me around Unmasked, The Elder. That's where they kind of lost me. But
me too.
I love early Kiss. I stand by them. But no, I will not be going to see the new.
When they all came back in 2000 to see the original band in the makeup, that's when I saw them. I thought that was pretty damn cool.
That was fun.
It was the original band.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you mean in the 90s, in 97 or something like that?
2000. It was, when they all came back.
The first farewell tour.
The first farewell.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was badass. That was super fun. I saw that tour, and it was super great. But I want to see Ace Frehley stumbling around drunk, and I want to see, I love that shit. So
We missed the old shit. I'm right there with you, man. I was this close. I was going to go to the last show. I was going to go to the Garden because the Garden's only about an hour and a half from my house. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to spend like $500 to get nosebleed seats, and they're not going to do anything. They're not bringing anybody out. It's just going to be a cookie cutter show. So I spent $25 and watched the pay-per-view, and they didn't do anything. And then the last show. Remember the very last show?
Right. Yeah.
At the Garden, and
Right.
then that's
And
when
how was it?
the pay-per-view was a regular show. It was good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like something you would have expected for their last show. They didn't bring anybody out. They didn't do anything special. Nothing. All they did at the end was show the avatars, and I'm sitting on the couch watching it with my wife. I'm like, she's like, is that a cartoon? I go, oh, what the fuck I just saw? What the hell was that?
Well, again, with Kiss, it's like chasing a dragon, man. You're chasing that 70s dragon.
Yes.
And I think people have always
First
chased
high.
dragon. When you Kiss back in the 70s, if you weren't around, you had no idea. You have no idea how monumental and huge and influential and cool they were. I mean, that was at a time when that shit wasn't done, man. And it was raw, and it was glam, and it was fun, and you had heavy metal superheroes that were, dressed up as characters, and it was thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I got a drink handed to me.
Service, look at that. Awesome.
And it was again of its time and place, much like, I hate to sound like an old nostalgic curmudgeon, but
no, I say it all the time.
It was super badass back then, man, because none of that shit had ever been done before, and it was new, and it was cool, and it was gritty, and it was raw, and it was kind of like the Runaways, I don't know if you guys are fans of the Runaways, the band The Runaways. Like,
good band, great band.
Yeah, made a good movie.
It's the Runaways, it's jailbait. These jailbait girls that are fucking playing fucking rock music. Like, how cool is that? Like, you don't get that shit anymore, man.
I'm a big fan of Kitty. So Kitty is, I guess, a modern version of the Runaways. I fucking love Kitty. Their new album is amazing to me.
Oh, I haven't heard them.
Oh, you'll like it, buddy. It's really good stuff.
I'll check it out. I'm a big fan of Amyl and the Sniffers.
Okay.
From Australia, which remind me a lot of like a 70s kind of band. It's super cool stuff.
I only know of that band because a good friend of mine, he's from Adelaide, from Australia. He's a good friend of mine. He introduces me to all kinds of crazy music, and that's how I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're great. Check them out.
Hell yeah.
There's a question here from Byron. Do you still keep in touch with your cast members from the last 3 Halloween films?
I do.
Oh.
I do, actually. I was just texting with Rowan the other day. I just did a movie with Jamie Lee Curtis, Freaky Friday 2.
Oh, you did that. Cool.
Yes.
I just did a little something for her. She recommended me. She wanted me to come and do something for her, which was really nice. Jamie stays in touch. Andy Manichak, I still hear from her every once in a while. David Gordon Green, I'm in touch with a lot. We might be working together again in the next couple months. I love David. He's a great guy. I'm in touch with a lot of people. Sometimes I hear from Judy Greer. Who else?
Judy Greer was just doing a play here in Chicago too.
Yeah. Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, they're all great people. And I will say that working on a Halloween movie and becoming a Halloween family, that's something that'll never go away. We were all very much a family, and we were all very close, and we all got along very well, and we still stay in touch. And it was very communicative. It was great. It was I'll never forget my time on the Halloween movies. It was a life-changing, amazing experience. And everybody on it, just know, whether you like the movies or not, everybody loved the Halloween series and loves Halloween, and put a lot of effort and love and heart and respect into those movies. So, you know, you can shit on them or not, but we tried.
We don't. No, we like them. Question: how did you pick Tom Jones Jr.? He just said, "Hey, this guy could be a Loomis."
I didn't pick Tom. David Gordon Green picked Tom. David Gordon Green picked Tom on Halloween Kills, oddly enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Halloween Kills. I can't remember, but Tom Jones Jr. was a construction foreman for sets. And we were sitting at early in movies, what you do is you have crew meetings and you sit around in a big, giant round table and you read through the script and you break it down and you go, okay, every department talks about their needs and wants and how we're going to pull this off. And Tom was sitting across the way and Loomis was in the script. I think Loomis was in Kills for a moment. And
yeah, the flashback. Yep.
Yeah, and David Gordon Green was like, that guy looks like,
you
Donald Pleasance. He goes, we should use that guy. And they were just going to use him without makeup and anything because he looks a lot like him without makeup. And so, yeah, David just picked him out of the crew. It was uncanny. It was uncanny how that guy was just sitting there and we needed a little bit. It was so weird. Like, talk about a perfect storm, man, And then he casted him and we weren't going to put makeup on him. David wasn't going to put makeup on him. And I told him, I said, we need to do this because we could take it the rest of the way. Like he's close, but let's go all the way with it. Like, let's spend the money and go all the way and make him look just like, come on, he's got to look just like it. Let's not use any VFX. We don't want to go there. Let's use practical. And so David agreed and he let me do what I do. And it turned out the way that you guys saw, so.
Awesome. Is Michael?
Yeah,
Is Michael?
it was a nice surprise. Yeah, it was a nice surprise. I saw it. So I watched it the first time, Halloween Kills, on a Thursday night. I ran out to the theater to see it by myself. And when I saw Loomis, I was like cheering. I'm like, yes, yes. And everybody's looking around. I'm like, oh, sorry. I forgot I was in the theater. Sorry.
I think the spot where they pan out, where you guys pan out, and he stumbles like out through the Myers door. That's where I'm like, oh my God. And for some reason that made me think of Donald Pleasance.
Oh yeah. He was great. He really studied it and we walked through it and David directed him a lot to give him that whole Donald Pleasance kind of walk and stumble and stuff. And it was great. We knew that when we were shooting it, that it was going to be special. Like, I knew it was going to be special. I thought it was special. I mean, whether fans thought so or not, I didn't give a shit. I was like, this is really special.
Oh,
because,
it was,
I'm
like, I want to stay here. Let's stay here.
Yeah.
Let's stay
Right.
Well,
I think Chris,
a lot of Halloween.
Yeah.
A lot of Halloween Kills. The first draft of Halloween Kills that I read, half the movie, actually over half the movie, took place in 78. It was a huge 70. It was one big long flashback, like constantly going back to flashback to 78. And the only reason why we didn't do it was budget reasons. It's really expensive to recreate 1978. And so they rewrote the script and it ended up we did a lot less. But I was so excited for all that 78 stuff. I was
it's great.
I was losing my mind. I was like, what? I get to do the 78 mask and I get to do Loomis. And we're on the set we built the house. We built the house like inch for inch. And it was sitting there on the street. Like, we built it on a soundstage. And I was like, the 10-year-old me was like losing his mind. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I
like
lost my shit.
I remember seeing it, and then the second time I saw it, then you see the Myers car, or the station wagon from a distance too. You guys even had that. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They had the dead dog. Well, it could have been a skunk. The dead dog in there, the broken window. I mean, everything to a T. And I'm watching this film, and I'm like, I want to be right here. Don't take me out of here.
Dude, try being on set. That was amazing.
Oh, I never would have left. I'd be like, I'll work for free.
Yeah.
So here, take the check. So I always wondered, how quickly that entire Myers house would have ended up in Sean's collection, but I guess he couldn't fit it in his house.
Oh, he would if he could.
Yeah, he
Hell yeah.
yeah, because he talked about that on one of his the Horror's Hollow Grounds. I guess that's where the whole stuff happened with Brandon Lee, where Brandon Lee got killed, right?
Oh, in Wilmington, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
we shot at Screen Gem Studio in Wilmington. That's where we shot all that stuff.
Whew.
Oh wow.
Where all that went down.
I had a question in regards to I don't know if you're a big fan of Beetlejuice, but of course the new movie Beetlejuice is coming out soon. If you were given the opportunity, how would you approach Beetlejuice? Like if you were put in charge with the special effects and makeup, how would you kind of approach it? Would you kind of what kind of changes would you make, if any, to Beetlejuice the character?
Oh God, I don't think I'd make any changes. I think it's perfect the way that it is. I think it's. I was trying to get that movie actually, but they shot it. I don't know where they shot it. I can't remember. But I love Beetlejuice. I think it's a super fun, one of Tim Burton's best movies, and it's great. I'm excited to see the new one. From what I've seen, as far as makeup goes and makeup effects, it looks great. Like they did a really good job. I think it's really cool, and I'm jealous. I would have loved to work on that. But I don't think I'd have changed anything, man. I'd keep it the way that it is, just like they did. I think it's perfect. It's the way it is.
Yeah. And just shout out to Tim Burton because today is his birthday. So, Master Creator and all that stuff. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
He's a fellow Leo.
That's right.
Awesome.
So when are we going to get to see you and Sean jam together? Come on. You got to break the guitar out. He's got to get his drums.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Come on. You got to get the band going.
Our schedules are so opposite, man. Every time I'm available, he's off doing a convention. Every time he's home, I'm off working. We have a hard time. That's why we don't shoot as many shows as that we would like to shoot. We would love to shoot more Thing with Two Heads episodes, but our schedules are so conflicting. So we try. We're doing our best, but I would love to jam with Sean. We're supposed to jam with Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. Spencer was like, come over to my house and jam, and we got close. We almost did it, but we'll get there. We'll get there, and we'll film it, and we'll post it, and everyone will cringe.
He might need to stop going to fairs and trying all this goofy food.
Oh God, some of that food.
Man, that guy, I give it to Sean, man. God bless him, man. That guy's got so much energy, and he's always doing something. He's always somewhere filming something. If it's not a Horror's Hollow Grounds, it's a fair food tasting. If it's not a fair food tasting, it's a collection video. If it's not a collection video, it's a convention video. That guy's the busiest guy that I know, man, and God bless him. I wish I had that energy.
Yeah, me too.
That's why we love him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy.
I was just thinking Rush, because the Rush beer that we've bonded on. Your favorite Rush album? What's your favorite Rush album?
Permanent Waves.
Oh God,
Permanent Waves. Okay.
I know it's unpopular, but Permanent Waves is my favorite Rush album. It was a time and place for me. I had it on 8-track. I used to listen to it. Because when you put an 8-track in, it just cycled through. It never ended. Like it never ever ended. And I used to put the 8-track in to go to bed at night before school and listen to Permanent Waves all night. And I just let it play, and it just ingrained into my brain. The songs on that album mean a lot to me, and I think they're great. So
8-tracks were great. Like you hear, like the song would just start to fade out, then you hear click, then he fades back in. You get to hear the other half of the song.
Yeah, it was great. But Free Will is my favorite Rush song. Free Will is my favorite Rush song.
What's an 8-track?
John,
I don't know what's an 8-track. No, I'm just kidding.
What's an 8-track?
Joe, I thought you were serious because I know you're born in '86. I thought you were serious.
So
Like, what
John's
the
one
hell
of
is
those
that?
fellow Kiss fans like us. I do a thing on here. I do like a Kiss and Chat thing where we just bullshit Kiss every so often. So he keeps bringing up how would it be to have Rob Zombie do a remake of Kiss Meets the Phantom or the Elder movie? how funny that would be, or how raunchy it could possibly be, to be exact.
I have nothing to say about that. I don't know. I think Kiss the Phantom is perfect the way that it is.
Oh, I love it. Did you watch it when it first appeared? When it
Yes,
first
I
premiered?
did. Absolutely, I
Yes,
did.
I was
stayed
there
up
too.
to watch it. It was on NBC. It was a movie of the week, and I was there, man.
I was loving every minute of it.
The anticipation of that movie was unbearable. It was unbelievable. And I remember I stayed up and I watched it, and I was so disappointed.
Oh, I loved it.
But
so
at the
goofy.
same time, I loved it. Like, I just loved seeing Kiss on TV. Like, I was just like,
Is that what people were like with the Star Wars Christmas special? Wasn't that the same thing where it was a
yeah. Yeah, it
Everybody's
sucks,
like,
but it's
"Oh."
great. Yeah, it sucks.
So
but
bad it's good.
So bad it's good. Yeah.
That's so
You had to be there, man. You had to be there for the
Had to be there.
anticipation. Again,
Oh God,
no
the
social
build-up.
media. There was only 4 channels. One of them had Kiss on it. That's all that mattered, you know. And my friends next door, a good buddy of mine, when I was a kid, he had HBO. I couldn't afford HBO. We were dirt poor, but he had HBO, and they were showing Kiss concerts on HBO. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I think it was the Destroyer tour. And I remember sleeping over at his house. It was on at midnight, on a school night, just to watch Kiss Destroyer tour. It was amazing. It blew my mind. I just couldn't believe it.
I remember sitting up waiting to watch them on Don Kirshner.
Oh yeah, Don Kirshner. Yeah, sure. Now we're Pat. You and I are being the old guys in the house.
I always tell them I'm the old man. I'm the old fart here. Every time I'm with these guys, I'm like, yeah, I'm the
No,
old
I
man
think
here.
I'm older than you. Am I older than you?
I'm 50. I'll be 53 in February.
Okay, fuck you. I'm 56.
So we
Because
start
I always
with
look older
Chris.
than everybody
We
else.
start with Chris, up to Pat, then me, and then Joe. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Joe's
I'm
the
old
baby.
guy. I'm the old
Hey,
guy.
I've always learned when I'm with my elders, amongst elders, to just sit back and listen, because there's a lot that I can learn. There's a lot that I can learn.
Exactly.
I just tell my kids if they say I'm older, and I'm like, look, everything you have now sucks. I had all the good stuff. I got to live through Kiss, the 80s, the late
Yeah.
70s,
Yeah.
even the 90s were great. I said, you guys nowadays, it's just sorry. I've become my father. I understand. The older I get, I'm like, my father's been dead now 15 years. I'm like, I get it now. Totally get it, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got it until just recently. Now I'm like, okay, everything sucks.
Yeah, I'm like, everything just sucks now. I'm just
No, that's not true. I take that back. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on right now, and if you pay attention to it, you just have to look for it. You just can't. You have to look for it and search for it. There's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool movies, and a lot of cool music. It's just not what the popular stuff is. You know, don't pay attention to the popular stuff. Go digging, find your music and find your movies and find your stuff. Like don't just take
Go off of people's opinions. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, any thoughts of ever moving to Texas? Yeah, come on down.
No, man. No, I ain't moving to the South.
You're on 121 degree temperatures.
You know, a lot of people, a lot of
Fuck
actors,
that shit.
celebrities are moving to Texas. You know, Joe Rogan came down. We got Daniel Harris. James Vanderbeek is here now.
Okay.
A lot of others that are moving here to Texas.
I'm
because
waiting
of
for you
Trump,
to give me a name that's going to convince me, Chief.
You haven't seen anybody yet.
No, I have not. So, but no, I mean, I was just curious because, you know, there's a lot of studios being built. I heard there's one being built here in New Braunfels, close to this is where I live, actually. So there's a lot of activity growing. There's a lot of stuff, you know, going on here in Texas. And I think Daniel Harris just went to, have you heard of that movie Stream? It just released for one night. I think it was last night, actually. In Austin. I was gonna go, but I couldn't. But there's a lot going on, and I'm just curious as to how you thought about that. And
there's
Texas
always been
popping.
Texas. You know, Austin was huge there for a while and still is doing well. Would I move to Texas? I love California, man. I'm a California guy at heart. Would I move? Absolutely. Because look, let me tell you something. There's no movies being made in California anymore. There's no movies being made in Los Angeles anymore. There's nothing being made here anymore. It's all going to Texas. It's all going to Atlanta. It's all going to Canada. It's all going to Europe. There's barely any. Hollywood isn't Hollywood anymore, and it's a shame. So would I move? Could I move? Absolutely. And I thought about it, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately, actually, of moving. Texas? I don't know. maybe you can convince me. I think Austin. I like Austin a lot. Austin, I like a lot.
There's a lot of bang,
right?
Yeah, there's a lot of bang for your buck here. You know what I mean? You could, get a lot of land. You can, you can have a lot of space. You can have, like I said, you can have a lot over here.
What am I going to do with a lot of land, Joe? I got to fucking mow the lawn.
No. You could, you can pay landscapers to come and, do whatever. But in terms of, you get to.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to buy a bunch of so I can pay someone else to fucking take care of it. That makes a lot of fucking.
Hey, I'm just saying, because it's fucking hot, man. It was like 110 degrees here today, so it's brutal during the summers.
No, it's just too hot.
No, Chris, I saw where you shot the 3 Halloween movies. I went there during spring break, and I thought Savannah was beautiful, and the Carolinas were awesome. I was like, I can see that.
Oh, look at this! Wait, this is Joe's wife. Joe doesn't even like mowing the lawn.
Come on,
that's his wife. Yes,
I didn't even know you were awake. I'm sorry.
Sold you out.
Oh wow.
Your wife Mary. You don't even mow your own lawn, for fuck's sake.
Chris will be yelling, "Get off my giant Texas-sized lawn."
No, he needs to get off of other people's lawns, is what we're saying.
People going to Vegas. It seems like Vegas is getting huge now.
Vegas is huge. Yeah.
Everybody's going to Vegas.
And Albuquerque, New Mexico. A lot of movies shooting in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Really? There's some parts of Albuquerque that are scary here, too. So it's like, oh, man.
Yeah, Albuquerque's a scary place. I just did a movie there. Ethan Coen movie, actually. And it's a scary place. I did not like Albuquerque one bit.
Breaking Bad makes it look so nice.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
If you're ever in Texas, you have a place to stay. You can come stay with us here in New Braunfels.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. I'll take you up on that.
Hey, I'm not kidding.
All right.
I think you deal with a lot of chemicals with all these effects and everything. When you know there's a chemical that you can't stand using for whatever reason, smell or just the texture, is there a certain chemical you unfortunately you have to use it, but you don't want to have to use it? Is there anything that sticks out?
Yeah, sure. Everything. Well, I don't do a whole lot of shop work anymore. I mean, in the shop work that I do, I have other people do it.
There you go.
You got your crew.
I have my crew, a group of talented people that do a lot of stuff. Yeah, there are certain chemicals that I'm allergic to that I can't work with anymore, only because I've worked with them so much over my career that I've developed an allergic reaction to them. And like there's a rigid foam chemical that I can't get around because if I do, my lungs freeze up and I can't breathe. That's how bad the reaction is.
Oh my God.
A lot of my peers have passed away in the last 5 to 10 years from cancer and from other ailments because of all these chemicals. And because back in the day, man, when we were building monsters and making all this stuff, we weren't taking the right precautions and they weren't mandatory. We weren't wearing respirators and things like that, like you're supposed to do, like they make you do now. You have to do it now. We were long-haired heavy metal, freaks that didn't give a shit about the chemicals and just huffed them, and you
didn't know any better, right?
We just didn't know any better, and we didn't care. We were just partying, man, and making monsters, and but that's caught up to us all, you know, and it's caught up to me, and so we don't. I take a lot of precautions now, and I try to avoid all that stuff. Yeah.
Always keep an EpiPen on hand, my friend.
Yes, exactly.
Always.
question.
Yeah. I'm
What's
a
Chris's
respiratory
Canadian
therapist, so I know about that stuff.
What about some Canadian produced horror movies of the 80s? What's your thoughts on them? Canadian.
I love them. I think
John's
they're
up in
great.
John's in Canada. That's why.
I love Canada, by the way. John's from Canada.
Canada.
Hi, John. Good day,
He knows what he's talking about.
Hey, God, have you seen Strange Brew? These guys haven't seen Strange Brew.
Of course, I've seen.
Oh
Strange.
God, Strange Brew! I keep
I'm
telling you guys
sorry.
gotta
I've
watch
seen
it.
it.
You guys gotta watch it.
I had Bob and Doug McKenzie on vinyl.
Yes, remember that?
Yeah,
Is that the one where you had to play it backwards?
yeah,
Yeah. You're like, hey, playing it backwards, eh? You're playing the
Yeah.
records backwards.
yeah. I love Canada. I lived in Canada. I lived in Vancouver for 2 years.
Oh wow.
I've been to Winnipeg, been to Toronto, been to Edmonton, I love Canada and my Canadian friends. I have lots of makeup effects Canadian friends that live in Toronto and Vancouver that
nice.
are super talented people. 80s Canadian horror. Hell yeah, man. I'm all about it. Fucking David Cronenberg. You kidding me? I mean,
Epic.
give me a break. My Bloody Valentine, right? That's Canadian.
Yep.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh,
You're right.
Yeah.
Train.
Yeah, Terror Train. I'm a huge fan of Canadian horror, man. Still, they're still making good Canadian horror.
One of my favorite films of all time, next to Halloween, Black Christmas. Canadian horror
there you
film.
go.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I mean,
Yeah.
we got good old Deadpool because of Canada. Ryan Reynolds, you know.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Kicking butt. Oh, how did you feel about have you watched Deadpool? That verse Wolverine? What'd you think about that? Are you a fan of those movies? Or? Yeah.
I am. I like Deadpool. I worked on the first Deadpool.
You worked on first Deadpool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I do like Deadpool. I like Deadpool Wolverine. I thought it was highly entertaining, and of course, a big giant fuck off Hollywood, amazing movie. I liked it when Deadpool was smaller and just Deadpool. I like the subversive. You know, I don't know how to put it. I liked it when he wasn't attached to the Marvel universe. I liked it when it was just Deadpool. You know, I think it was a little too big for me now. Now it's too big. Now it's become action sequence after action sequence and things like that. I think it's a good movie. It's very well made. Sean Levy's an amazing filmmaker. Ryan Reynolds is awesome as Deadpool, of course, and all that stuff. But I like smaller, contained movies. If that makes sense.
It does. It's kind of like that with Blade. Like I love the original Blade with Wesley Snipes. Like I'm fucking love that movie. So yeah, I like the fact that it's Darkman. Like I love that movie Darkman. Like those movies are just isolated pieces of work that are just incredible.
Yeah.
They're so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Cool.
Oh, we actually have a super chat from Travis. Thanks, Travis.
Super chat.
Great guest, guys. One of the most skilled and likable artists of our time and a great actor. The cop scene in 2018 is the hardest he's ever laughed in the theater. Hope you're all well. And totally improvised too, right?
I'm a terrible actor. I don't know what you're thinking.
No, I don't say that. You're great.
And that was all improvised. You said that was all improvised too, right?
That was all improvised. Yeah, that whole scene was improvised. David was just like, just talk about food. Just talk about food. What kind of food do you want? And I was like, brownies and chocolate pudding, because I thought it would be redundant.
Redundant.
So yeah, that was all improvised. It was fun. We had a great time.
Nice.
But my acting career, that's short-lived.
I mean,
even though I
did
do. What's that?
No, Kill Bill is just those two.
Oh,
Kill Bill 1 and 2 are just so great movies. Like I was able to show them my wife for the first time; she hadn't seen them, and she's not really into action flicks and everything, but she fucking loved the story. She loved the acting. She loved Uma Thurman. She loved everything, and I was like, it's funny now that I can go back to her and say, hey, you know that guy, that guy right there. Like he's the guy who was on our podcast tonight. Like, isn't that's fucking so cool, dude? Like that's so fucking.
I
it's
was so
surreal.
young and good looking at that time. I was so
Hey,
young.
man.
You're just sitting there getting married to Uma Thurman. Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
just like no big deal. Like, you know, like fuck. That is
How
so
great was
cool.
that? How great was that? Yeah, I was so young and so. Oh my God! I look at that now and I just cringe. Like I just cringe. Like anytime it's on cable or what cable? I say cable. I'm showing my age. You know, it's like I see it and I go, God, I'm such a terrible actor. So bad. But I guess it worked. It worked for the movie. So. You know,
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you're clean shaven in all these movies as the cop in H 2018, and then I think you're clean shaved in that one too.
yeah. Everybody always makes me shave. I'm not sure why, but yeah.
Like shave that shit. Well, it's true. We got the Francis lantern, which is actually right over your right shoulder.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Wait, where is it? Right there. Right there.
Is that the original one?
This is it. This is the screen.
That's it?
Holy shit.
That's the screen used.
I'm trying to think if you brought
Oh.
that to Steel City Con when I saw you. I know you had the 3 masks. I don't know if you. Had
I don't think I did. I might have.
Dude.
But
That's fucking
There-
awesome. Holy shit.
That's
Look
crazy.
at that.
Is it
man.
easier to do a mock-up of yourself? Just sit there looking at that.
no,
That is
it's
great.
not, it's not
Yes.
actually. But
It's the same. It's the same, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
yeah.
Well, all of us fucking
I
Halloween
don't have
nerds
the
are
Myers,
just like,
I don't have the Myers masks in here. Those are somewhere else. I'm saving those are under lock and key. All the Myers masks.
You know, your thing guy back there. You got to do one with like Myers with the fire from Kills. That would be your
Oh,
next
that-
one to make one like that.
That'd be a good idea. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
thing's
No,
awesome.
I'm good with Michael Myers. I'm done.
You're done.
You're finished. You're done.
I
I've had-
did it. I feel like I did it.
No, honestly, in my personal opinion, the 18 mask, because I'm not really big into buying masks. I like collectibles. That's my 18 mask signed by Mr. James Jew Courtney right behind me.
Oh, nice.
But I really just the 18 mask and the H1 and H2 are my top 3 masks of all time. It's like I know the same mask from H2, but just it looked different on Dick Warlock. But man,
Right.
your mask creation is the best, man. I just wrote a quick story, like the hype for 2018, because I never really got a chance to go to the movies when I was younger. So 18 for me, when it was coming out, it was a big spectacle. The hype around that movie and the fact that it was coming out, and the previews, and you see him closing the trunk and he's putting on the mask, like that made me feel it brought me back for loving horror movies. It really did. Like that mask means so much to me. And that's why I have it, because it represents kind of I'm like revitalized into horror again. Like it brought me back, and it made me. I remember how I felt watching that film and loving that fucking movie. Like 18 really means a lot to me. It really, really means a lot to me as a person, and it started all this shit. And I know I always come back to that. It's just so surreal that mask is it's the epitome of what started all this shit. So I'm just so stoked to have you on here and talk to you about it, man. It's so cool, man. What the fuck?
I was like, yes, we've got the mask back, because I lived through Halloween 5. I lived through the CGI mask. I lived through
The H2O
Resurrection.
masks, the 10 of them.
I'm like, I lived through all these masks that they just could never get right. And it's like, yes, you got it right. Actually, albeit though, the Rob Zombie masks were good too. He did a great job.
I thought Wayne Toth, who did the
He
Rob
did a great
Zombie,
job.
did a great job.
Yeah, those weren't bad, but the other ones, oh
It's
god.
just different. That's all. Thank you. I appreciate that, you guys. It's very sweet of you. We worked really hard on doing that, and look, was it exactly the way that I wanted to be? No, but again, you deal with a lot of chefs in kitchens, and you have to, you have to take a lot of notes and do a lot of different things. So but I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. I had a great team that worked with me on it, and I feel it's the second most iconic Halloween mask that you could get. You know, I think I noticed that I see a lot of artwork and things with my mask, and that means a lot to me. I was very, I took a lot of care and a lot of respect and a lot of I put a lot into the new trilogy and those masks, and I wanted them to be right, and I knew that the movie wouldn't work unless they were right. So I'm proud of them, and you know, people shit on them, and that's okay.
I don't get it. I'm sorry,
but you know, you can't make everybody happy. That's one thing I've learned, having done the Halloween series. You can't make everybody happy, but I love the mask. I think it's super cool and it's fun, and you know, there's so many people that are doing rehauls and making so much money doing rehauls of that mask. It's crazy. But I thought all I wanted to do was capture the essence of it. You know, that's all I had to do. So, yeah.
She did that and then some, my friend.
Did you get asked to work on the TV show next year, or if you were, you may not be able to mention that, I would assume.
I was asked if I was interested in it, and it's a definite heartfelt yes. Like, I'm definitely interested in continuing being involved in the Halloween legacy. Absolutely, 100%. I would do it. If they came to me tomorrow and said, "Do you want to do the Halloween TV show?" I would say yes, because you know, I love Halloween. A lot of people. This business is very fickle, and it's very. When I won the Oscar for Suicide Squad, and shortly thereafter, I was at a party, and that's when I talked to Ryan Turek, and he said he was doing the new Halloween, which ended up being Halloween 2018, and I begged to do it. I was like, I have to do this movie. And he says, "Well, you just won an Oscar and we can't afford you." And I was like, "Well, I'll take a pay cut. I'll take a pay cut to do this fucking movie because I have to do." That's how near and dear Halloween is to me. It means a lot to me. So I did the movie, and the rest is history. But I love Halloween, the original Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3. And a lot of people in my business asked me why I was doing it, especially after having won an Oscar. They were like, "Why are you doing a Halloween movie? It's kind of lowbrow. It's kind of considered, you know,
a step down.
Not a step down." Because, and the reason why was because I love Halloween. I'm not in this for status. I'm in this to have fun and to work on things that interest me, and to work on things that challenge me, and to work on things that I love. And I got into the movies to work on fun stuff, man. Like, I'm just having fun. And so that's why I did the Halloween movies, because I love it. And I got a lot of shit for working on those movies in my peer group. I got a lot of shit. And but that's okay, because I don't regret it. I'm glad I did it. And to continue that, if they were to have me, I would do it in a second. Absolutely. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Going back with your masks though, imagine like those first early Halloween movies. We didn't have access to those masks. Look at Trick or Treat Studios has done I feel they've done a hell of a job.
Oh hell yeah.
That's why it's like when the whole rehaul thing comes up, I'm like, yeah, I guess you could really look and see differences when you go to the stores and buy these, but I love my ends mask. That's the one that really hits home to me personally. I like how the aging looked after how you determined the aging of it. That's my favorite. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think Trick or Treat Studios did a great job. I give them all my master molds, like or a tooling copy out of the master mold. So they're all screen accurate. Whether they paint them that way or not is is, you know, I mean, look, I spend an entire day painting a mask. You know, they can't do that. They have to mass produce them. They have to make hundreds and thousands of them. So I understand why they're not taking the care and the stuff that I do. So, but I understand the rehaul thing, and I think that's super cool. I think it's awesome that people love it so much that they want to redo it and fucking, you know, repaint it and make it as screen accurate as possible. And, you know, I think it's always funny that I get people sending me pictures going, is this the closet mask? Is this the street mask? Is this this mask? Is this that mask? Like, there's not that many masks, guys. Like, they're all the same mask. We just shot it different. Like, it's different lighting and it's different things. And there's so, it's amazing to me how much mystery goes around a Michael Myers mask that I never realized until having done it. You know?
Well, we need to tell them too to reference this book. This book is
that book.
A lot of information on here.
Great book.
Yeah,
Great book.
me and Pat got our signed by you at age 45,
Yes.
right, Pat?
Thanks for the beers, Chris Nelson.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I got that put away in a special place.
Yeah, we got to get some more nasty beers out to you and Sean for your next episode.
Oh no,
No,
I
fuck that noise. No, I don't.
I think your girlfriend, your significant other, though, liked that peanut butter and jelly one you tried at the age 45 party, though.
Did she?
Yeah, I think so. She was like, "Oh, you got to bring it by." I'm like, "Okay, I'll bring it by." I know.
I still have some of them right here. Wait, where are they?
Oh boy.
There's some cans there that I haven't tried that I'm not going to try.
You know what, Chris? Sean had you try all of mine. So anybody else's, screw them.
All right.
Just kidding.
Well, send your beers and try them as long as they're not pickle, man. I'm not doing pickle. I'm not
He'll
even.
Peanut butter.
He'll take the Rush beer. The Rush beer is a good beer, though.
Rush beer is a
on
good
the
beer.
Rush beer.
Yeah,
That's a
Rush
good
beer is
beer.
good, and the Maiden beer is good too. The Iron Maiden beer is good.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, the Trooper.
Yeah, Pantera has a beer too. I think it's an
That's
IPA
down
or
by
something.
you, right, Joe? That's
Yeah,
down by you in
Pantera has
Texas.
a good fucking beer. If I find that, I might send that because it's really good. It's really
The
good.
Motorhead whiskey. Oh God.
Oh God, the Slipknot
Don't
whiskey.
get whiskey. I can't have whiskey. My girlfriend won't let me have whiskey, man.
Uh-oh.
Shit, we got
The dark side, right? The dark side.
Yeah, the dark side.
I got hammered last night off of some Woodsford. Woo, man, not
You're
good.
dangerous.
You still feeling
Yeah.
that, Joe?
Oh, my friend, I have to pick my spots. I only have one day off, which is Sundays. So Saturday night is my only like rage time, rage period. So from like 10 to 12, I was pounding drinks, the Woodsford, and yeah, I'm still paying for it today.
I just thought of something.
Thanks for showing up for me.
Hey, man.
Jerk.
Hey, he spent the whole day straightening out just to be here.
That's why I'm drinking water. I'm not drinking shit. I can't be fucked up with Christopher Nelson, man. What the fuck's wrong with
No,
me?
you can't do that. I thought of something. When you work on something, are you inventorying or archiving or taking pictures just for if you ever have to go back to something, or is that how do you keep all of your stuff in order if you ever have to go back if you want to look and see what you did on a previous project?
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of pictures, lots of photos.
That you do.
Continuity. You have to have a continuity. When you finish a film, you have to turn in a continuity book to the studio.
Wow. Okay.
Which is basically all your work that you've done throughout the thing with scene numbers on it and in continuity of telling the story. You have to turn that book into the studio so that they have it as reference in case we need to come back and do reshoots or this, that, and the other. It's all continuity. So yeah, tons of photos, tons of recording stuff. Yeah.
I'm learning from a master here. That's right. I was like, I don't know the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get that book going, that'd be great to see a lot of those photos. Well, if you can show them, if you ever do it.
Yeah, that's the problem with all those photos are licensed, like they belong to the studio, so you have to get approvals to post stuff, and you have to get approvals to publish stuff. Yeah, like it's a big conglomerate. Like especially with something like Halloween, it's like I had to get all those photos in that book that you showed, Brett. Like those, every single one of those photos had to be approved by the studio and by publicity, and like it's a process. It's a process. It's not an easy thing to do. You don't just turn in a bunch of photos and they print it. You have to, everything has to be approved.
It's not like a
Yeah,
high school yearbook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't imagine. Like it's got to be like all the Marvel stuff too. So it's just like,
Oh yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Bill said the pickle beer was actually meant for Sean, and he totally pawned it off on you.
Did he really?
Bill said, "I knew your taste in beer when I sent it."
Oh, fuck.
I have. We might have to defer.
Fuck the other Everscathed. Fuck you for sending me this shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny. Well, Sean owes me then, doesn't he?
Thanks, Cody.
Yeah. Thanks.
Jeff wants to know, how was it getting to work and write for Fangoria?
Ooh.
Oh, it was great. I'm such a Fangoria fan. I bought Fangoria since the moment it came out, from the very first issue, and Fangoria fueled my love for movies and wanting to do this for a living. And I've always wanted to be in Fangoria. That was a dream of mine, and it was great. And Phil Noble, who is the editor of Fangoria, is an amazing guy, and to be asked by him to contribute is dream come true, man. It's a dream come true. I love it, and I stand by Fangoria, and it's fucking awesome, dude. To be in Fangoria, to have the cover of Fangoria multiple times is like amazing. You kidding me?
That the 18 mask on the fucking Fangoria cover is one of my favorite Fangoria. Dude, that is fucking killer, man.
Yeah,
It's great to have a resurgence, Fangoria, the last 5 years. It's been awesome.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
As a kid, seeing that on a newsstand, because I remember as a kid, I was a big. I used to always look for rock magazines. Anything that had Kiss on the cover. I used to buy Mad magazine. I'd read Mad magazine every month, so I was always looking for new Mad. And I remember I'm like seeing like this, like a deformed face on this cover of this magazine. I'm like, ooh, what is that? I'm like, oh, I gotta have this. And my mother's like, what is that? I'm like, just buy it for me, please. Just buy it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I used to walk a couple miles. The only place that had Fangoria where I grew up outside of Pittsburgh was a place called Circleville, and it was a tobacco shop. All they sold was tobacco and magazines, and they had Fangoria, and I would walk 2 miles to get the Fangoria every time it came out. Like it was my thing. So I bought Fangoria and bubblegum.
That's awesome.
Bubblicious was my brand of choice.
Oh, look, there's a special guest in the chat.
Who's a special guest?
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Hello there.
Sausage Fest, Sean.
Sausage Fest.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on.
Talking really good stuff about you, by the way. I've been saying nothing. I've been singing your praises this entire time. I hope that you know that.
He's been
For the
good.
most part.
He hasn't been doing this.
You know,
Wait.
he's peacocking. He's peacocking, you know.
Oh no. Like there's a delay, so like my wife, all I hear is a loud ha from Sean's comment. Like, what the hell?
Well, I guess we bond more over that Tony Moran stuff, I guess. Whatever.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know if you know that infamous podcast was me and Brett with
Yeah.
Tony Moran.
With Tony.
And
Oh,
he,
really?
Yeah, it was interesting.
I don't keep up with the whole Tony Moran thing. I don't
It's
know
negative. It's negative. It's just.
I know
negative.
that
Yeah.
there's a whole thing between him and Sean and him and everybody.
Pretty much.
So I don't know what's going on there. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Neither do we. We just throw a clip up just to laugh at it.
Right.
Make sure to give Strickland mad props. That was the other gentleman that was on the podcast.
That was the other gentleman. That the rest is history.
Yeah. Goes down in history.
I love Sean. Sean's my boy. Sean's my boy. He's my boy.
Now, you worked
My
with
boy,
Eli
Blue.
Roth. Eli Roth, was it just Hostel? Was that the only thing you worked on with
Yeah.
Eli
Yeah.
Roth? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was just here in town for a flashback weekend, and what a great guy. Talked to him. He gives a lot to the fans. I was very impressed meeting him.
How was Flashback Weekend? Was it good?
It was very good. You know, I if I'm around Bill the Everskate a little too much, I might have a little too many cocktails, but yeah, it was a good time. Yeah.
Might have a little bit too much C word, huh?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. No, it was good. No, we had a big Warriors reunion. That was the big thing we had there, Chris. That was like a lot of the people for the Warriors for the 45th anniversary, and we had all the Halloween 3 people. So it's a good time.
Yeah. They're still
Yes.
laughing. Your buddies are still laughing at the cock word.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. I wish I would have been there. I like Flashback Weekend. I think I did it once. It was fun. I had a good time.
With all the Fruity Pebble beers. Yes, and I'm sorry.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Never again.
Was I drunk?
No. You just said that after like the third beer, you said, "Just get away from me. I don't like you anymore. Get away from me." I'm like, "Oh, here." Then I gave you water, and you're like, "Oh, thanks. That will work." So.
Okay, good.
Stop feeding me this shit. Go away.
No, I think you had more time with Bill at the after party. He's always talking about you were hanging out with the Everskate a bit more.
Well, Sean will drink anything and eat anything. That guy tries. He'll try anything. I give him props for that, man. I'm more picky, but yeah.
I gave him what, the Fruity Pebble jelly beans. That I had a bag saved for those. Those not my cup of tea, but I tried them.
All right.
Yeah, I missed Brett and I missed Joe and I missed the after party because we were out to dinner with Ken Faree.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He might move to Texas himself. Just throwing that out there.
everyone's moving to Texas, according to Joe.
Everyone's moving it. Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, that's right.
Ken
Ken said he was moving to Texas. He did say that.
He's gonna move to Corpus, and he's gonna start a barbecue business and move to Corpus. So I'm like, all right.
And this is coming from a Joe who sent us a picture of his thermostat that said 120 degrees. Still, Chris.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
120 degrees.
Yeah, it's like
on
it's
down.
instant swamp ass. Come here, move here.
Come on down. We'd love to have you. Misery loves.
How many
company.
guns do you own, Joe?
I only one, and that's for safety.
Joe's a veteran though, so we got to remember that too. Joe's a veteran.
Yeah,
So.
just one. Just one.
Fruity Pebbles and jelly beans. Yeah, that's not a great combo. No.
Yeah, some of them are a bit mixed. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, that's just nasty.
No bueno. Let's see here. All right.
All right. What else you got? What else you got, guys?
Well, what's your time frame? Yeah, because you tell us. We can hang on for a little bit more, then we'll let you finish your night.
Can I take a break real quick? Can I come?
Yeah, go
back.
Yeah,
Take a
go
break.
leak.
We'll talk to the chat room. We'll
Talk
to
to the
chat
people.
room.
I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom. So
We'll talk to Bob.
Sure. So
Yeah,
how,
we have to do
I
this
mean,
when he gets back.
how cool is this, man? I mean, and thanks everybody who's
Thanks
who's
everybody
still
hanging
with
out.
us,
Sorry,
by the
I
way.
usually
Yes,
put
thank
up
you.
more people's comments, but we're just chatting away. I'm trying to get to much as I can.
Yeah,
See what's
Neighborino's
going
got a
on.
lot of guns. I'm throwing that out there.
Oh God, don't even get started. My brother's got a lot. So does my son.
Sean.
Sean, thank God he's gone. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great, man. This
Hey.
this is turning out better than I thought it would.
Hey, Sean, if you're free, I'll send you a link. I guarantee he'd be freaking surprised as hell to see your face when he gets
He'll
back
be like,
to the
"What
bed.
the fuck? What the fuck happened here?"
He's like,
He'd be
what are
like,
you doing here?
What the hell just happened here?
No, when I saw Sean last weekend, he had the I don't know if he had the Spirit zip up hoodie that I had from the Halloween one.
Oh,
from
the
Spirit.
Halloween one?
That's a badass hoodie. Did you
I
guys
like
get
it.
that? That's a nice hoodie.
I
It's comfortable
was
as fuck. It's a good one.
they only had fucking kid sizes. They only had it like in
Yeah,
large
they
and
didn't have
medium.
super fat when I went.
Yeah, they
So,
didn't
Joe, you
have.
want to see this
2A.
bad boy lit up? Want to see that lit up?
Oh, look at that!
I got to
See,
get that
that's what I'm
son bitch.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, you can't beat it for 16
Oh, it'd
bucks.
be funny as hell. He came back and saw your face. He'd be like, "Wait a second, what the hell happened?" I'd back all
What
of us
the
out.
hell?
I could back all of us out and just leave him there, and he'd be like, "What happened?"
Nah, there was
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lot, man.
Where did the Halloween theme just come from when it just came up?
That wasn't me. Not
Oh,
I.
I don't know.
Was
I
that
don't know.
him? Yeah, I heard that.
I don't know.
I don't know where
Who
that
did
came
the
from.
brief Halloween?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it was the Halloween gods. I don't know.
The Halloween gods.
That's right.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
when he comes back, there's a good.
Say, what you guys, Chris, about ends? Going to join. Oh,
I think I'm
nice.
going through everything I got on the list. Well, I know he had talked to when he talked to Frank and Darren. He talked about wanting to work with Eastwood and Fincher and Wes Anderson. Curious to talk
Oh,
about
damn.
those guys.
Oh,
So,
but I mean, Eastwood's getting up there, so now is the time to do it. If you
what
can.
is he? 93?
Something like that. Yeah.
He's old as hell.
Have you guys
I'm
seen
glad
Play
I'm-
Misty for Me? I think that was his first directing job. What
Great
a,
movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
I
good
hadn't
movie.
watched it in years, and that was
Yeah.
it's a good film.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a
Yeah.
while either, but such a
Did
good
y'all
movie.
watch anything recently? Anything new?
What have I watched?
No,
I've
I
been
was
watching.
away. So.
You know what? I've been watching the NFL show because they're doing the Bears, the one on Max. What do
Oh
you
yeah,
call
that's
that?
right. I
They're
know what
doing
it is.
preseason.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, we watched, of
Watching-
course, The Crow. What else did we watch? What the hell did I just watch today? Oh, I watched Casino again. You ever get
Oh.
that? You know, you need your Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci fix. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Raging Bull. This. It's just like
Hard
man,
Knocks,
you can't.
thank you.
Hard Knocks. There you go. So I watched some of that. Pretty much.
I watched my
trying to,
bank. I watched my bank account dwindle the past week.
Yeah, with all the collector's stuff on there.
All
Not
right,
even,
know,
not even that.
You were talking about Scorsese though with Casino, Joe. Like that's when we're talking about things that you notice after the fact. We're talking with Chris. Goodfellas is like that with me. Like Goodfellas, I catch things after watching that after so many years.
way after.
it's a masterpiece. We should get
It
Sean
is.
on the show. Why don't you get Sean? Send Sean a link and get him on.
I
the
told
show.
him that he said he didn't want to come on. He didn't want to. He said he didn't want to. Railroad.
He
What are
didn't
you
want-
talking about? Get him on the show, Sean. Don't be a pussy. Get on the show. Come on. I know you're sitting there in front of your computer, counting your fucking money. Fucking,
Oh shit!
looking at all the awesome shit that you have. Come on, Sean.
Oh boy.
Oh,
He's
That
he's
is
gonna
funny.
chime in here any second now. He's gonna chime in. He's gonna chime in any second. Come
that
on,
is
Sean.
too funny.
Come on the show. Come on the show, Sean.
Come on, Sean. Come on,
We'll
big
film
fella.
it and it'll be the next thing with two heads episode.
It's a
Two,
twofer.
two birds, one stone.
Twofer,
Oh, my
yeah.
God. That's
I told him when
Oh,
you were using the bathroom. I said, "Let me send you a link, so this way." He would have been on when you got back, and I could have backed all three of us out, and you would have just saw him, and you would have been like,
I would have freaked out. I'd have been like,
You would have been
what-
like, what the fuck?
"Here he is. Sean's not here.
Mr.
Sean's not here, Mrs. Torrance."
Yes, you are, Sean. Come on. Oh,
Oh my gosh. That is
oh.
too funny.
Now,
Come on,
was that
John.
was that the only one you made of that, Chris? Is that the or was there
The only one.
a couple of
There's
those?
the only one.
That's the only one. Okay.
The only one. And I own it, and it's mine, and I will forever keep it until I retire and I need money to feed myself, so I don't eat cat food.
Oh,
Wait,
wait, pop on
so
for a
we were
minute.
talking.
What do you want me to
All
send
right,
you, Sean?
yes, he's coming
Where should I
on.
send it?
Come on.
Okay, send it. I think you have his just message him on Facebook. The one.
On the messenger.
Oh, okay, yeah,
On
I'll
the
send it to you.
messenger.
Do you pay attention to some of this Halloween stuff that they put in at Spirit Halloween every year, Chris? Do you pay attention to
I
some of this
don't.
merchandise?
No, I don't.
Okay. Have you seen this thing? Look at this
I
thing.
have not. That's
Oh,
all.
Now,
play
wait
it.
till you hear
Play
the,
it.
no. Until you see what it does and how the sound it makes.
All right.
Yeah, he's
right? It's disappointing, right? I hope they don't do that to one of your Myers because it's
They will. Oh, they will.
It's universal. It's universal, right? So
Anything to make a buck, man. Anything to make a buck. What are you doing, Joe? What are you magic tricks? What
yeah. I'm trying
are
to
you doing
fool
a bump? Joe, did you
No,
just do a bump?
Bump.
no. It's not what you thought you saw. Not what you thought you saw. I promise. I promise. Oh, I want to say this before I forget.
I don't believe you, Joe.
I like to project, right? I like to project. I have a feeling one day, sir, me and you are gonna work together. Me and Mr.
Oh, yeah?
Messer. Yes, I project.
Okay.
I have a strong feeling me and you will work together one day. You watch.
All right.
You watch.
He just wants a production shirt, Chris. Okay, he just wants a production shirt.
Does he? That's only
That's
shirt.
all I want. Yeah, that's it.
Rolling.
That's it. That's all I want. This is video proof, okay? That I can refer back to, one day.
Okay.
One day.
All right.
One day.
This is documented forever and ever.
Documented forever, man.
Documented.
So is you just doing a bump. That was documented forever and ever.
Yeah. no bumpage. I get your test. I get your analysis all the time. No.
Did you see the new Alien movie? Even though I'm sure you're going to talk about it with Future Thing with Two Heads. Did you see the new Alien film?
I did see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't think it was so bad. I liked it. I thought it was
Same
fun. I thought it was fun. The first half of the movie, they had me. Like, I was so in. And then they kind of lost me a little bit. They lost me.
I just sent it, Sean. Let me know if you got it. I sent it on Instant Messenger.
Like, I think God, this is where we shouldn't pay attention to the internet. A lot of people are like, well, the cast has hardly been tried. I'm like, but I think that's a good thing, though. If they have a cast that's not known, it's give them a chance. See what they can do.
I don't care about that. I more care about the I had a lot of questions as far as holes in the alien rules. There are rules that we've set in the alien world that kind of threw me. Like I was like, wait a minute, where's the queen alien? Where do the facehuggers come from? The facehuggers come from eggs. Where are the eggs? There's no eggs. I didn't see any eggs in the movie. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so where do those come from? I'm sure you guys can answer this. I'm sure some horror nerd out there is going to answer this question. But I was just like, I had a lot of questions. I had a lot of like, wait a minute. But you established that this and then that and blah, 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 blah. So I had questions. There were holes. Like, she couldn't get off the planet because she wasn't allowed to. She didn't have the documents, but yet she just got in a spaceship and flew off into space.
That's what I said.
Wait a minute. So you can leave if you want to leave. You can't, but you can. Like, I don't know. I had a lot of questions, but as a film, like, it was made well. It was shot well. I love the retro production design. I thought it was fantastic. The practical effects were great. Oh, look who's here.
Look. Near me?
Long time till see. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's
Sean
up?
Peacocking Clark.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you gotta put it right there for this, don't you?
Yeah. You talking Alien Romulus?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one for you. Because I saw it finally, Chris. I know last time we talked I hadn't seen it.
Right.
So they find the corpse of Big Chap from the first film, right?
Right.
Still has the harpoon in it.
Right.
What's that harpoon made out of? How's that shit not melting? What?
Right.
Good point.
Acid blood.
Right.
Harpoon still. Come on.
Spoiler alert for anybody out there too.
Yeah, we're spoiling.
Well, look, if you haven't seen it by now, you're not going to see it. Okay.
If you haven't seen it by now, you're not a real fan.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
I didn't understand that why the alien he came out of a vagina on the wall. I didn't really get. I didn't get that part. When the little he came out and he took off and then he was reborn out of a vagina. I didn't get that. I was like, what?
I didn't really either.
Vagina.
Did the,
Yeah,
did the fan service bother you guys? Like the lines? Did that not bother you?
Oh,
I don't.
definitely the fucking "get away from her, you bitch" line was just so. I mean, that was as bad as the Charles Cyphers saying that
Yeah.
everybody deserves another whatever trick or treat bullshit,
Yeah.
whatever, one more trick, whatever the fucking line is. I can't think right now.
Yeah,
It's Halloween. Everybody's
The
entitled
fan
to one
service was a bit. The fan service was a bit heavy. Like I thought it was a little too heavy for me.
Yeah.
Again, I liked the look of it. I thought it was shot great. I love the retro technology and all that shit. I got it. Here's the other thing I didn't understand. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. I thought that the colony that the girl is on, that whole planet that they're on, was LV42. Is it LV427? What is it? LV.
That's right. Yeah, that sounds right.
I thought that was the colony that was in Aliens. Like, isn't that supposed to be the colony that aliens, that when they go on Aliens and they go to the colony and it's all overrun by aliens? Is that the same colony, or is this a different colony that we're talking about?
I didn't think they thoroughly explained it, but okay. What are you gonna say, Sean?
Oh, I don't know.
426. I knew it.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I don't remember if that was supposed to be the case or not, but I'm thinking, that maybe that would be the next film, would be, because maybe that's where it then goes to there, and then we get to see what happened there next for a sequel. I don't know.
That's what I thought this was, but I guess I'm wrong. Sean, did you get a haircut?
I did. I got my hair. That's why really short right now.
It's really short.
Oh,
But it's also flat right now. So
he's out of his gimmick right now. So
that's why you didn't want to come on, because your hair's not looking as like below.
No.
you don't care about that. I hope you don't care about that.
No, honestly, I have a lot of work to do. But no, I actually, my hair, it's also because I just dyed it. So I've got this gnarly staining, So it takes a couple washes.
Dude, just go gray, dude.
Silver fox it up.
Yeah, or just take it
Bro,
off.
there
It's
can
easier.
only be one on thing with two heads.
Shave it off.
That gives us our salt and pepper.
That's true.
I actually got a quick $5 super chat from Cody. Since Sean showed up, I paid for a photo with Jack Osborne at Scarefest last year, but made him wait because I looked over and saw Mr. Clark.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It means he was more interested in you, Sean, than he was in Jack Osborne.
Right. That's kind of common knowledge.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of
yeah.
Well,
when I want to fall asleep, I put on one of Jack's haunted house investigations, and it puts me right to bed.
Well, he's got like 18 shows now. Every time my wife puts that channel on, he's got like 18 different shows going.
Dude's busy, man.
Hell
So
yeah.
you guys were almost in Chicago at the same time, because Sean spanned twice here in 2 weeks. And you saw Metallica. When was Metallica here? That was what, the 11th?
It was the weekend after. Sean was in Chicago the weekend before I was there.
Okay. So it was
I was in
midweek. Yeah.
And the weekend after.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He came back for Fan Expo. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was there for Flashback, and then you came for Metallica, and then I came back for Fan Expo. There was a minute there where I considered, like, I don't want to be in friggin' Chicago for like what would end up being like 2.5 weeks.
Right.
I had stuff to do,
Sean's always got stuff to do.
It's rough here for 2.5 weeks too if you don't live here, so I get it too.
No, it was more of like I had stuff I had to do back home. I had work I needed to do.
Stuff to do.
Yeah.
Shit to do.
Stuff to do.
Yeah, we had Houston Horror Film Fest not too long ago, and was hoping you'd show up, but you weren't there. So I was like, oh, bummed out. I was like, oh, sad.
Yeah, it was. I heard lots of people very sad I wasn't there.
We were,
Very sad.
It's
Very
like
sad.
it's like a reunion every year.
Don't get me going.
No, we were.
Everybody's talking about how sad they are.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I don't even know why they had the convention. I mean,
It's
quite
the orange
frankly.
skin does it.
Excuse me,
The orange
excuse me.
skin.
I'm talking right now. Excuse me. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
Yep. But it was a very successful show, unlike Days of the Dead that was canceled. No sales. Goodbye. Losers.
Losers.
Anyway,
Oh, that's
no
so good.
tickets. Go bye-bye.
That's the best impression ever. It's so good.
That's pretty
It's
good.
just so exaggerated, but
It is.
and,
Oh
and
my
now I've
God.
learned the other thing is whenever he lies, he does this.
Yeah.
That's a new thing that people have been noticing. Whenever he like tells a crazy lie, he starts going like this with his hands.
Or I thought it was this, or was that before when he was always like this? He's always got his.
No, that's the
Actually-
double jerk off dance that he does.
So if you want to be real, the only
Shake
when he
weight,
lies,
shake weight
it's,
dance.
it's when this is moving, his mouth. But
Oh, that's true.
That's on.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. What other
Oh.
questions you got? Come on with the questions.
Oh,
Otherwise, I'm out of here.
I-
Let's do this.
I'm
threw
already
him.
tired.
I threw him out here. We have a Chris Nelson appearance and then we have a Sean Clark cameo. So I'm
And
I'm
another
all-
Colin Murray appearance. Like
You
three,
can all die now,
oh,
happy.
3:11 a.m. in Ireland, and he's hanging out with the best bunch of folks.
Oh, Colin
That's
Murray.
Well, and Sean, we were telling Chris, it's just got to know Colin. Like the thing with Two Heads group, it's we've got a lot of our group we've met through your guys' podcast, so it's just awesome.
Brought lots of people together. It's true. Everybody's talking about
We
all
make
the
friends.
people have been married, families have been raised, children born, quite frankly, because of Thing with Two Heads.
Would
Babies
you?
are coming out of nowhere.
I
Yep.
was curious. Would y'all ever consider doing like a live show, but like with an audience? You know what I'm talking
We
about?
did.
Because
He did.
We did.
When
do
did
that.
you-
Didn't
We've
we
done a
do
when
that?
did
couple
y'all do
live
that?
panels,
They've done
live,
like the
live
Christmas.
podcasts.
They've done the
Really?
like around Christmas time. Always around Christmas time. You guys have always done.
Yeah,
that.
I must
Well,
have
I
not
mean,
just
in front of an audience, we did Flashback Chicago, and we did
Yeah.
one at was it Famous Monsters in
Famous Monsters. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm
Philadelphia.
behind then. Did y'all like it? Would y'all consider doing more of them?
They got to get bigger venues because, quite frankly, there was no seats left. And tickets were being scalped outside, I heard, for the likes from which nobody's seen before. Huge numbers. Huge.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I'm not gonna stop.
No, that's
Hey.
great. No,
Sean, did something happen with Furlong? He left Fan Expo, and that was like the big talk. Did you hear anything about that? I just gonna throw that out there.
I'm hearing things.
You are hearing things. Okay. I just know he left and he wasn't part of photo ops. So it's like, yeah.
Quite frankly, T1000 got him. Okay, he got him.
Mr. Patrick got him. Okay.
Just like I got Bin Laden. Everybody knows it was.
Oh, all right. No, he had COVID apparently.
no
Oh,
shit.
boy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I 95 on. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
word is he was feeling bad when he arrived, and I guess he tested positive for COVID, is what I heard.
Yeah, he didn't look too
And-
good in Houston. The show before that, he didn't look good.
Or the show before that, or
I was just going to say,
Before that.
did he look good?
Heroin's a hell of a drug. Sorry.
Oof.
So-
Shit.
you
No,
need to
man.
see some.
The chick from was it
Does
Freddie
Nate give
vs.
you a
Jason?
hard time, John?
She looked
Nate's
terrible.
just giving me shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
My mom's watching the fair video right now.
No. Okay. She has informed me her mother is watching our fair video right now.
Oh, that's a good video. I watched
That,
that.
that dude, that sprinkled cone for $12 was unreal though.
The lemonade for
Sprinkle
$15 was good too. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
the
the
one that,
sprinkle cone.
that Jason's girlfriend got. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a regular cone with some sprinkles. Yeah.
You know what you and they had though? You guys had the frozen candy the last time. Was the frozen candy? That was the
Yeah.
other thing.
Deep freezed. Yeah.
Yeah, deep freeze. Yeah.
Yeah. That was nothing special. They sell that shit at the gas station. You can buy it.
Yeah, we were talking Kiss earlier. The Kiss meets
Yeah.
the Phantom. Is
Just
awesome.
bought something else. Another prop from that film.
Ooh,
From
what'd you buy?
It's the Phantom.
Yeah. I got
What'd you
Peter Chris's vest, the one with the number 3s on it.
Oh,
get?
nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yep. Auction. Yeah. I was like, price, I don't care. Just whatever. Bill me.
Just give it to me.
Money's no object.
No. Yeah.
Give me another frozen banana.
Dude, I went nuts yesterday at fucking Disneyland.
Did you go to Disney?
Yeah, I went. Me and Adam the Woo went to Disney, tried a bunch of weird shit. Then we went to
Did you do
concert.
a video?
He did a video. I didn't.
Oh.
But yeah, it's on his channel right now because he puts stuff up like that. But we went to Disneyland. I got a little sunburnt. If you can see, I'm a little red, but more on my neck.
Redneck.
And then we went to a concert right down the street at the Garden Amphitheater, old 90s hardcore reunion show. Then went back to the park for the last 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty tiring, but I ate so much crap.
Did you eat the corn dog?
What's that?
The corn dog. Did you do the corn dog?
No, but we did do
the corn dog's amazing.
It's a baked potato with a hot dog in it with all kinds of crap on it. It was some sort of seasonal Halloweeny thing.
Baked potato and a hot dog.
Yeah.
Baked potato with a hot dog in it.
And the hot dog was the part that just didn't taste right. It was like, why is this in here? Doesn't make sense. It was a great baked potato.
Yeah. See, man, Sean sounds like he'll try anything except for. Oh God.
Oh boy. Oh God. Oh,
that's for Chris, though. That beer's for Chris. He's the one that likes the pickle. I told you that.
Fuck you.
He loves the pickle. Anything phallic, he's all about it.
Fuck you.
Like he's just raving about the corn dog. Come on.
The corn dog's amazing. Take anything phallic in my mouth.
Fucking God.
You do the Trump dance.
It says.
Oh yeah, the H2O video was awesome.
Yes, it was,
Yes.
Matt. Thank you for
So,
stating
man,
the obvious. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it.
Sean, are we looking at any more pinball machines, or are you kind of filled up in your room?
Definitely don't have the space. I have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre one coming, but I don't know where the hell I'm putting it.
Okay.
Oh,
And
nice.
I didn't buy it. It's being given to me, but it was part of a deal I negotiated for one of their other pinballs that was some of the, like Matthew Lillard did the voices for the Scooby-Doo, and I also helped coordinate the other voice actors for the pinball machine. So through that deal, they were going to give me a Scooby-Doo pinball. Then I heard about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. I went, whoa, could I swap it for that one instead? I like Scooby-Doo, but
nah. If you had to choose between the two, that's the best.
yeah.
choice.
So I don't know. It's probably going to end up like Chris's, sitting in a box somewhere. I really don't have space for it. So
Yeah. I have a Halloween pinball machine, a super tricked out badass one that's still sitting in the box in my storage.
Oh God, really?
Well, you guys both tried it at Flashback when they first had it. I remember that.
Yeah, totally. It's a fucking badass, but I just have no room for it.
I have my Halloween one set up.
Yeah.
I just don't have much room for any more. My living room's getting too cluttered. I don't want to overdo it. It's already kind of overdone.
Sean, are you having a Christmas party this year?
I don't know. I honestly, I haven't even thought that far ahead.
Sean's Christmas parties are fun. They're a good time.
No,
We used to have epic Halloween parties, but we're just never home anymore during October.
Convention stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, what you guys are going to for the love of horror? So I'm actually heading out there.
I'm not going.
Yeah, that would be nice if you guys were
I'm
out there.
sending somebody this year because it's the same weekend as Scarefest of Kentucky, and I got so many people there.
I'm trying to go to that.
You're going to the UK for that? Why?
Is that a yes? You're not.
Yes.
Why?
That was just quiet. Yes.
Pat, say a word.
Truth be told, we're going to Ireland right after it because it's my 25th wedding anniversary this year. Me and the wife, she put up with me for 25 years. So I said, well, why don't we go there first? And we'll go there, and then from there we'll just go to Ireland.
I mean, yeah, if you're already going there, sure.
That's
I mean,
what
it's
I figured,
a good show. It's
I
you'll have fun. And
work the show right into the anniversary.
Have you ever done a show overseas?
No.
Yeah, you'll trip out on it. You know, it's different. You know, you're gonna see a lot of different vendors, and you'll finally walk around a dealer room and see different shit. That's not the same shit you see every show.
Yeah, Darren from Slaughtered Lamb's going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Darren, and Colin's gonna be there.
Darren's a good dude.
So I meet up
Colin's
with
questionable.
There, and as he says it.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. No, we heard you were coming. We made other plans.
Yeah, I said Colin's going to be there. I ain't going.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. What? Wait,
I invited, and they gave me a huge guarantee, and I said Colin's going to be there. Forget it. I'm not doing it.
Awesome. Yeah, I heard from multiple people that Scarefest is really good. I've never been to Kentucky, so I'm really considering going this year.
I'll tell you
the
what,
lineup
man.
is crazy. The lineup is crazy.
First off, Cody, you stay away from me. You're scaring me.
Maggie's going to be there too.
Now I'm definitely not going. No, I'm just kidding, Maggie. But no, Scarefest is like creepily. When I say creepily, like creepy, like what is the word I'm looking for? Sneakily, kind of just got really good, like in the last couple of years, like out of nowhere. Like their lineup is insane. Like it almost seems like, and I keep asking the promoter, I'm like, dude, are you planning on ever doing another HorrorCon? Because what the fuck are you gonna do next year? Because he's literally doing every reunion possible.
How are you gonna top it, right? Is what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps adding guests, and I'm like,
And where's that?
It's in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
And I don't understand. It's gotten to the point where I think it's too much. Like it's gonna hurt everybody money wise. There's just
somebody just sent me. They just sent me a message asking me if I was going to be there, and I said, "You need to talk to Sean Clark."
Who did?
Somebody. Like 2-3 people asked me if I was going to be there. I was like, "Nope." You got to talk to my buddy Sean Clark.
Wouldn't be surprised. Everybody's there. It seems like.
When's Scarefest and then Horror Hound, Sean? Scarefest is first before Horror Hound because Horror
Hound's in 3 weeks.
Oh wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mass Fest, right?
Is that Horror Hound? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Scarefest is on October 18th through the 20th, and I think that's enough time to.
Like 5 weeks later. Yeah.
It's a good time to save money and make a trip. I think it'd be fun.
Good shows. A lot of Horror Hound's got a good lineup, as it always does, it seems. So I'm gonna try to get to that.
Horror Hound always pulls out like really like interesting first timers or rare guests, or I've got two people that might still do Horror Hound. I can't say who they are at the moment, but I think people will be really excited about if they confirm. And they're like a team. Let me just put it that way. That it's kind of like it's either both of them or neither of them. So
Donnie Marie.
Spoiler. Hey, it's Felissa Rose and that one guy who plays Doofy.
Oh no, not that guy.
I can't remember his name. Whatever his name.
Dave Sheridan.
Yeah. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sure they're at another convention that weekend. I got a convention every weekend. But
Flea
now
market or something.
Huh?
Flea market or something. I don't know.
Will you going to Silver Scream?
I am
Will
not.
you going to Silver Screen?
Will you going to Silver Scream? I am not going to Silver Scream.
IR maybe answer you. I don't know. No, I'm not going to be at Silver Scream.
I'll be at ET here.
Well, Silver Scream the same weekend as Horror Hound. I'll be at Horror Hound.
Spencer tells me that next year he wants me at Silver Scream.
Yeah, that's his line.
Yeah. Next year, buddy.
Bro.
Well,
Hey,
but what
bud,
about
next year we're gonna have you. Everybody's gonna love you. It's gonna be great. Gonna see you there.
Hey, buddy, go to Silver Screen next year, man.
don't you guys have Monster Palooza coming up though too, right? That's always
We do
always
in
neck of the
October.
woods.
Son of Monster Palooza. Yeah.
I may have a pretty big guest first timer at that one too. I'm working on.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like Son of Palooza better than Palooza, to be honest with you. A little more intimate. Cooler.
You just like it because it's closer to your house.
And it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Well, gotta go to work.
Driving down the street.
Yep, I'm done. Good night. I'm going home.
See you guys.
I got to take a shit. I'm just gonna go to my house. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. Screw those public bathrooms. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Totally.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like. I know what you mean. Son of has a vibe, but the regular Pasadena one's pretty. I like it.
Well, it's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Have you guys,
everybody has to come
have you
down.
guys
Con
been
makes
to,
more money there.
have any of you guys been to a Palooza?
I have not.
No, but it's where the Halloween conventions are, right? That's where you guys have
It was
or-
the same venue. Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
venue.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you got to go to a Palooza. Those things are amazing. They're
Yeah,
so-
they are.
Well, we might. We have to.
A lot of artists,
oh,
right? I think when I've seen the videos, you guys, there's just a lot of artists, right?
A lot of
That's-
art.
Yeah, that's the thing that's unique about it is you see a lot of independent art type stuff. You get a little taste of that at Mask Fest at Horror Hound, but there's more at Palooza because of the industry being right there.
Yeah.
Sure.
That makes sense.
They can bring a lot of stuff over for display and stuff that you're not going to ship to Ohio.
Yeah.
We're saving
Did
for each
y'all,
50.
I was just curious, Mr. Nelson, do you have any input, or did they ask you? I don't know if you do this kind of shit or not, but the new video game that they announced for Halloween, you have know anything about that? Did they ask you any insight as to,
I mean,
you
I
have to
know
talk-
about it. I know about it. I don't have anything to do with it. No.
No,
It's
kind of cool. Yeah,
Seemed
I'm
like a
interested
lot
to
of
see-
fans were pretty let down by that.
But there's two games though. Like there's the first one they
Yeah.
announced, right? The
There's that-
16-bit one.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
one.
only thing I've heard about. I heard people were pissed because they wanted the
Mhm. So
the
they're coming out with
I'm asking the real high tech,
Yeah.
PS4 whatever bullshit.
So that's coming. I think that's the second announcement. So
Okay,
that
good.
one is just that first one, and then the second one should be a more in-depth game, like the different skins and masks, and
That's
where I
too,
thought.
right?
Yeah, that's where I thought
Okay.
like creative, input would be needed for
I
that.
So
heard
you
kind of
can
thing.
choose. You can choose which Michael Myers you want to be. Halloween 5. Halloween.
That
Oh,
would be
boy.
so epic,
Oh,
Wouldn't
bro.
that be amazing?
Dude. All the nerds would never leave the house. They'd just be playing fucking
If
Halloween.
you could choose what Michael Myers you want to be from any movie, which mask, you can choose the mask, right? Wouldn't that sell? Don't you think
That would
that's
sell.
amazing.
I've grown out of video games, and I'd probably get back into it
Yeah.
because of that.
I haven't
Oh,
played
yeah,
video
right?
games probably since the 2600, but I would buy that shit and play it.
I don't know why they
Yeah.
bother. Just do a resurrection video game. That's all everybody
Oh,
wants.
God.
Don't need
I mean,
the
I'm not big
Switch
into
mask.
the video games, but the Friday the 13th game was great. The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game was great. So all these horror themed games are pretty fun.
Anybody
I
try
can't
the
believe.
Killer Clowns one yet?
Ooh, no, I have not.
Oh, they
no.
came out with the Killer Clowns one, huh? Damn.
I don't know if it's released officially yet. I got sent a link to try it, but I am not exactly much of a gamer, so I haven't done anything.
There's a board
No.
game, right, for Killer Clowns though too. They've got a board game. I thought. Come out.
Not that I know of.
I
Don't
don't know.
know.
I don't know.
But no, this is
I heard
crazy.
about it.
All right, the sun's going down on me, fellas.
No, yeah, we're
That's all. Hey, I wait. That's
I
perfectly
did all I
fine.
could do to save this interview.
You saved it. Sean
Thank
saved
you.
it.
I'm out. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Sean saved the interview.
he saved it. He saved it. We did good. We appreciate you guys coming on. This was
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Hey
Well,
man,
that's fine.
the closest that you can get to a thing with two heads episode, man.
This is it.
You're like, thank you for giving us that
doing
interview.
interviews all over the place. I don't even know what's going on. Sitting at home waiting for the call.
This
Now-
coming
now-
from this guy who does an interview every other fucking day.
People are going to be wondering why you didn't talk about Alien Romulus now. Oh, we already talked about it.
Been there, done it.
No, we're going to talk about it. We have shit to talk about.
Oh
Yeah, I still want to hear. You were telling me stuff that you couldn't tell me before I saw it, and I don't know what that is yet. You were saying there's certain things, so we didn't get into that. So I want to dig deep into that for sure.
We'll get into that. We will get
into
it.
Is anybody? Just out of curiosity, before we go, anybody seen anything good lately, or of new stuff that's out, or anything that they? I want to see that. Was it called something Darling, Strange Darling?
Yeah, I wanted to see that. I've heard good things.
That looks good.
I heard it was good.
Yeah. I'm interested in that. Did anybody see Trap? I really wanted to see it.
No,
I did.
Falls apart in Act 3 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I fell asleep. That's
the M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan
Was
Ding
Jack
Dong,
Osborne in it?
Ding dong.
I don't know how Joe fell asleep.
I fell asleep, man. It was good.
After doing bumps, Joe, you should be
bumps.
So hot in Texas, he just passes out everywhere. Bike Riders was great. Come on, Everskate.
No,
not great.
No,
it was not great.
You know what? Both of you, we're curious. Were you guys fans of the Tales from the Dark Side show in the 80s?
Sure.
I watched it. I wouldn't. I don't think it's. I mean, there's some good episodes.
Okay.
But I don't think you could say that was a great show. It was great for its time.
For its
you watch
time.
it now, it's
It was
pretty.
great for, it's dated.
But there were some good episodes for sure.
Okay. Yeah. We've been watching them with Mr. Everskate, Bill, over time. We're only into season 1, so.
But Bike Riders, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that one was kind of a letdown. Like, I'd rather watch an episode of Sons of Anarchy or something.
Deer
Get your
Camp
faith right
86. Never even heard of that.
Never
I
heard
heard
that
it.
one.
I heard of it. I haven't seen it though.
Now, both of you saw When Evil Lurks finally, though. I think you guys talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it on our show.
When Evil Lurks.
It's funny you say that because we were having dinner last weekend after Fan Expo. I was with the Scream crew, and they started asking me about horror movies I'd recommend that they may not have seen, and I said When Evil Lurks, and Nay hadn't seen it because I watched it by myself. So 2 nights ago she goes, let's watch that. So we watched it and she liked it, and the next day I get a text from Skeet Ulrich saying, dude, from When Evil Lurks, fucking crazy, right? And I said to him, and I said it's really good, right? I said I love down endings, right? And he responds with, I'm halfway through it. And I go, oh shit, dude, I'm sorry. And he goes, what he said, I don't expect this movie to end too happily.
You think?
And he messaged me afterward and said, dude, that movie was badass. He goes, the impending doom. Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's great.
I like that movie. Yeah.
Great movie.
Very good.
Did any of you see Stream? I'm just curious.
No, I want to. It's timed like releases here. It's like one showtime a day. That's like it's just bad timing.
I think I'll wait until it streams.
Streams?
Yeah.
Streams.
Yeah.
There was a special screening of it. Danielle was going to be there in person in Austin. I think it was yesterday, day before, and I couldn't make it because of work. But it looked like it looks good. I mean, a lot of cameos from what I hear.
Well, I think a lot of people are talking about it because Tim Curry, it's his first role. He's in it, I guess.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, dang.
There's a bunch of people in it.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I just want a good movie. I don't care about cameos. I'd rather see a movie with a bunch of unknowns as long as it's good. You know what I mean? That's what I loved about like When Evil Lurks. I mean,
watch Terrified.
Just what?
Watch the movie Terrified because it was from the same director.
Awesome.
I love. Okay,
awesome.
If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. Go watch
Terrified.
Terrified.
Was awesome.
It's awesome.
No, I'm not trying to shit on anything really, but I just feel like when horror films grab all the usual suspects, it just becomes like this. Oh, there's so-and-so. Oh, there's so-and-so. I want to stay in the movie. That was my biggest problem with Longlegs is the whole time I'm going, okay, it's Nick Cage being Nick Cage and a weird prosthetic, I'd rather it was an unknown. You know, you didn't need Nick Cage in that role. I mean,
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
that
now
was
he's going to play John Madden. So how's that going to work?
What's that?
He's going to play John Madden now, which is very strange to me.
Whatever. God bless him. Let him do what he wants to do, I guess. But in horror, yeah, I'd rather, you know, I'd rather it be unknowns. I mean, that's one thing that was kind of refreshing about In a Violent Nature, is I didn't know any of these people, and you know, and actually the first Terrifier, you know, even though it wasn't, I don't think it's a very good movie, but at least it wasn't a bunch of cameos and But the biggest complaint I've been hearing, and something that's made me kind of go, like, I was thinking about going to see Stream in the theater, but when I heard it's like 2 hours and something, like it's over 2 hours long, I'm like, quit making horror movies that long if they don't need to be. I'm sorry.
That's long for a horror film.
Long.
Yeah.
For a movie like that, that's long. If you're making The Shining or Hereditary or something that's deep and has a lot of story, you know, that's very you know, a smart, I'm assuming Stream isn't that. I'm just you know, I'm just
taking a guess, right?
I'm taking a guess. I mean, I hope it's great. I mean, Jeffrey Combs, one of my clients, is the lead in it, so. But
I'm hearing good things about it. Okay, I'm hearing Stream is #1 in the box office right now. Alien Romulus out, not doing the business. I'm hearing nobody's watching it.
The Crow.
I'm being told that right now, these dirty Dems are buying tickets for Alien Romulus, but seeing Stream just to fuck the numbers. I hear this. I'm hearing this. But they're really going to see Stream. Everybody knows it. They don't want to give us the money. They don't want to give it to us.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Excuse me. Conspiracy. I don't think so. I think you got a very stupid person. You're a very stupid person. Fat ring, small brain, tiny brain. Drinking on the job. What can I say? Right there.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's my biggest problem with these long films. When I go to the theater, it's 2.5 hours long. I can't drink anything because you know I'm gonna have to get up at least piss once or twice.
God, man, I was trying to choose my moment to pee during Alien, man, because I can never make it a whole movie these days.
I can't. You go after
It's not
15.
easy.
Forget it.
Tiny prostate.
Old man problems.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
old
only gonna get worse.
That's
We'll
another
start wearing
one.
a diaper to the theater.
Lenny Kravitz's
Amen.
daughter's got a movie that came out too, right? Didn't she come out with a movie with
Who?
Zoe
Is it Lenny-
Kravitz?
Yeah, you said Lenny Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. Zoe, yeah, Lenny
He
Kravitz.
said,
Yeah.
he said Lenny Kravitz, and he said, "Didn't he come out with a movie?" I go, "Did something
No,
happen with
the
Lenny?"
daughter.
These Dems are trying to
The
change.
daughter.
They're trying to
The
change.
daughter.
Oh, you're talking about Blink
Lenny's
Twice.
now a
Right?
she.
Blink Twice or something like that.
Yeah, Blink Twice. That came out this
Twice.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's with Channing Tatum, the hot
Okay.
Channing Tatum.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
Wait,
Uh,
oh, that one. Yeah, no, I did hear about that. But I don't know anything about it. Well, I can tell Chris needs to get out of here. So.
No, yeah, let's
Yeah, let's
There we
it's
go.
almost
Why
2.5
we
hours.
kept you so long? It's getting all dark back there. Chris's land
Yeah.
back there. I see
It's
it.
getting dark. It's the sun is setting on me, fellas.
Yep.
Oh, hey,
Well, it was
no,
fun.
honest to God.
It's been fun.
Thanks for having us,
Great.
coming on and hanging out with us. Much appreciated.
Hey, you know.
Thank you guys. Yes.
Both of
Yeah.
you guys.
No,
You know what they
guys,
say. Never meet your heroes, but in this case, it was a pleasure. So it was nice to meet
Oh,
you.
Didn't really
Pleasure.
meet me.
It's a pleasure to talk to both of you guys.
no, it's always a pleasure to meet Sean. I get it.
Yeah.
It's
you
always
guys-
your pleasure.
It's always
You
your
guys-
pleasure.
You guys always have time when I talk to you in person, so I appreciate that. So it's awesome. So thank you.
All
we
right,
try.
fellas. Well, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for having Sean. Sean, say thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Very good.
He's like, for what?
And,
Like, fuck these guys.
It's like I was trying to go to sleep. You made
He's
me
like-
cry.
No, we had Tony on the one time, and that was it. That was
Get Chris that pickle beer. Anybody has any pickle beer, send it towards Chris. He wants some pickle beer. One.
Just
He
one?
needs
He just wants one.
Just one, he says.
Just one of them.
just one.
One pickle beer.
Finger. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much. Have fun. Be kind to each other. Be cool.
Yeah, you take care,
Bunch
guys.
of
We'll see
strangers.
y'all on the next episode of The Thing with Two Heads, baby. We can't wait.
Yes.
Indeed.
Can't wait.
Recording soon.
No idea.
So like,
No idea.
That's it. Got nothing.
All right, see you guys.
night, guys.
Later.
Thanks,
Good night.
guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Hang up. How's this work?
Just
No,
click
you-
on where it says leave studio. Leave
We're
It
gonna
doesn't
do our
say that.
anything.
It
You're
does.
stuck here. You now you can't leave.
Oh, here we go. Leave.
See ya. Do you think he had a
Awesome.
bus?
Oh, yeah. He's
I
like,
mean,
I'm
how
fading. He's like, I gotta get
How
away from these
fucking
guys.
fun was that? How fucking fun was that, guys?
And I am so sorry. I was doing part of a fantasy draft at the same time.
I've been holding a piston. We're going 2 hours and 25 minutes. I don't know how I held the piston. It's like like I was just saying. I don't know how I held it in the movie.
Oh, that
Oh,
too.
man.
Oh God,
I
my
had
mind is
a
also.
fun. It was an honor and a privilege to have Christopher on, man, and to have Sean pop on. That was really cool, man. So
That was
Holy
awesome.
hell.
So I guess we've kind of had him on now, unless we have something major we could talk
No,
to.
we'll get him back on again. You know that. He said he was just going to come on
Yeah.
after the convention season, so we'll get him on again.
Yeah,
That was
baby.
awesome.
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for the super chats and the questions. I know we didn't get too many questions. I was trying to bring some up because we were just too busy chatting away. And
Yeah.
make sure if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button, subscribe, all that fun shit. We do this every week. We don't have these guys on every week, but every week we do a podcast where we do either horror, comedy, talk about naked chicks, drink beer.
You know, who
All things
who
will
you
make
like to
life
bang,
worth
who'd you like
living.
to bang, marry, kill, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we did some fuck, marry, kills. I don't know what we're gonna do next week. I don't know. Oh, everybody come back on Tuesday night. Tuesday night, we're doing a watch along of Return of the Living Dead.
Yes.
Yeah, Tuesday,
that's
Return of
gonna
the
be
Living
good.
Dead. And we
That's gonna be good.
hope to have somebody on. We don't know for sure. We hope.
Oh yeah, we might have a friend of the channel come back on.
We hope, yes.
So
It'll
we'll
be
see.
fun.
Dude, that was awesome, guys. I'm sorry. That was awesome.
That was so much fun. Yeah. So if you guys want to hang out, we'll say our goodbyes after. Everybody, thanks again. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and make sure everybody comes back on Tuesday night and watches the Return of the Living Dead with us.
Yes. Good night,
All right.
everybody. Thanks for joining the chat. And
Peace.
I'm going potty.
Where is now? I feel like Chris
All
was his
right.
stuff. I can't get us out of here.
Where's the
I'll
button?
get us out of here.
Push the
Later.
button.